Hello, culés. Hello, and welcome to Barça Live. Match day 29 in La Liga, and it's a Catalan derby. Barça against Girona at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, looking for the 3 points to regain that 3-point advantage at the top of the table. Real Madrid won their game yesterday. They are tied at point with us right now. We have today's game in hand, and let's hope we can celebrate a win together here on the show today. An important one to try and keep ourselves at the top with 10 games to go until the end of La Liga. An important one, no doubt. Marbrau is at the Olympic Stadium. Marbrau, give us Barca's lineup.
Hi Robert, how are you? What a perfect day today. Sunny Sunday, Catalan derby, Barça in one of the best moments of the season. Barça-Girona, one of the biggest games this season here at home, so everything looks like perfect. But the most important, of course, will be to get the 3 points. After the game against Osasuna, Barça is still the leader, but yesterday Real Madrid won against Leganés. Today we need the 3 points to be always 3 points ahead of Real Madrid on the standings. Let's go with the starting 11. Let's go with the lineup with 4 changes. Barça have many games in the next day, so Hansi Flick needs to make some changes in the lineup. Let's go. Today, 4 changes between the last game against Osasuna and today. Barça will play with Boche Chesney at the goal, with Gerard Martin as a left back, with Jules Koundé as a right back, and today Íñigo Martínez and Araujo will be our centre backs. As a holding midfielder, with no Frenkie de Jong, the Dutch player will start on the bench. Eric Garcia, who today reaches 100 official games with Barça, will play in this position, with Pedri also in the midfield position, and we can expect Fermín as an attacking midfielder. As a forwards, Gavi on the left, Lamine Yamal on the right, and Lewandowski also coming back to the starting 11 playing as a striker. Other options will be Gavi as an attacking midfielder and maybe Fermín at the left. We will have to see how Barça starts the game today against Girona.
Thank you very much, Marc. There you go. Rotations, rotations, rotations. Changes were to be expected, and changes have been made to the lineup in order to share out the minutes with this heavy load of games that we've got coming up in the month of April. That is the lineup for you. Let us know your thoughts on the live chat. Give us a rating from 1 to 10. 1 the lowest score, 10 the highest score. Let us know your thoughts on this lineup with no Rafinha in it, no Cubarsí, no Frenkie de Jong. We've got Fermín starting, Gavi starting, Eric Garcia, game 100 for him. He's been in form lately. A lot of changes, and here in the studio to talk about those changes, Spencer Siegel, Natalie Baresi. How are we doing, guys?
Hello!
Hello!
Hello! How are we doing?
Good?
Are you good?
I'm good.
I love these 4:15 kickoffs. I know some people don't. I know some people don't because, you know, you can't eat, but I like it right in the middle of the day.
Breaks up your Sunday. I'm more in favour of them on Saturdays, where you can go out and finish the game and then go out to eat. Sundays, I'd rather have a later kickoff and have...
All right. Okay. Well, here we are.
At least the sun is shining today.
Yeah?
Finally.
It's been a rough month, last month in Barcelona, of just grey skies.
Well, it's a lovely sunny afternoon at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. A great afternoon for football, guys. A great afternoon for a Catalan derby. And lots of changes in the lineup. Thoughts?
Yeah, this is what we would expect from a team who needs to make rotations as they begin a very congested portion of their fixtures in April. And as we get into April, we know that these players are going to have to share the workload. So I don't think you can really rule anybody out. If you're available and you're healthy, then you are liable to play 60 or 30 or 90 minutes today. And in the case of players like Gerard Martin, Eric, and also Fermín and Gavi, who haven't gotten in the same way that they would like to because others in the midfield have taken their roles. Plus, you always put Lamine and Lewandowski out there, something good's probably going to happen.
Natalie, probably one of the most interesting wrinkles is Eric back in midfield today.
Yeah, that's something that I was really focused on because he's been doing so well defensively, so maybe he's gotten more comfortable in the defense, but we'll see how he does and how he kind of works also with Fermín and Pedri, because I don't think we've really seen this combination of the three this season.
Not really, no.
So,
with Gavi
and also with Gavi as well.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to see Gavi there because in the last match he kind of was playing 3 different roles and he did really well in all of them.
Yeah, he finished saying that wherever Hansi Flick wants to put him, he is going to give his 100%, and there's no doubt about that, really, with Gavi. Right, a few comments from the live chat. Foot Edit said, I had to wake up at 4 a.m. for this. Commitment.
Is that because of the time?
We celebrate your commitment. And in terms of the lineup, lots of people asking, where's Rafinha? He's starting from the bench today, guys. Obviously, there was the game on Thursday, which can change perceptions a little bit of the reality of coming back from an international break. Rafinha played a game in the early hours of the morning, Catalan time, against Argentina of Friday to Wednesday, and if there had been no Thursday game, we probably would have thought it's normal for him to start from the bench today because it's getting back late from the international break, few training sessions. So, yeah, Rafinha will be very much used in the month of April.
It's
So no need to worry
very
there, and I'm
soon.
sure we'll see him in the second half if Barca need Rafinha. Kundwani Manuke says 9 out of 10. Imposter 2.0 says 8 out of 10. Harshil Patel says 9 out of 10. Leo, 8 out of 10. So it's 8s and 9s mostly. From the live chat, Brima says, I trust you, Hansi. You've made our boys giants. I agree. Augustin says, hello, Robert. Hello. And Imposter 2.0 says, hello, Spencer.
Oh, hi. How's it going, Imposter?
Imposter 2.0.
Imposter 2.0, exactly. I'll say hi to you, Natalie. I'm sure
Thank
someone's
you.
saying hi, but yeah.
Come on, guys.
Don't leave Natalie out, guys. Don't leave Natalie
Hello.
She's going vintage today. Look at that shirt.
out. Look at that. Look at that.
Vintage.
Throwbacks.
Not like 2000s.
That's now throwback.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
For better or worse.
Year 2000 was 25 years ago. Right. Key player. Who is going to be the key player in this lineup? Eddie Garcia, 100th game in that midfielder role. Different role than the one he's been playing lately. Gavi or Lamine Yamal with his magic.
Would you care to have the honors?
I'm thinking because I feel like all three of them are going to have big roles, but I'm going to go with Gavi because I'd like to see him he's starting again, have a long game. I want him to get his minutes back, get that confidence back of playing more, especially because we're going to need him more in this leg of the season. So I'm hoping he'll do good wherever he goes. I would like to see a Gavi goal. So.
Vimalesh Naran says, hi, Natalie.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hi to you as well.
Thoughts?
I'm going to go off script.
Oh.
Shocker.
Strange.
I know. But while all three of those players have the potential to change this game, I think Fermin is the one that we'll be looking at most because Girona's back line this year have been good in containing a lot of the front men, but those attacking midfielders have taken space as Girona's defense has backed off, and if that happens today, Fermin's just going to take the space until he finds the spot to either distribute or to shoot, so that's why I picked Fermin.
I'm going to go Lamine Yamal because even though he didn't score the other day, he had a special performance. He scored against Atletico de Madrid. He's been on a roll lately, also with the Spanish national team. So I would like to see another magic Lamine Yamal performance, and I imagine Hansi Flick would like to see one as well. Hansi Flick got to talk to Maribral, or Maribral got to talk to Hansi Flick rather a few minutes ago.
He would
Let's
be
go
so
listen.
lucky.
You got the honor of talking to Mark Brown.
What Hansi had to say.
As always, we are with our coach, with Hansi Flick. Hi, Hansi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, you said yesterday that with the many games that you have, you need fresh legs on the team. 4 changes in the lineup. What do you want with them? Araujo, Gerard, the new players on the starting 11.
No, first that they will give a rest a little bit the other players because I think it's also important for the next match. But I believe in every player. So also Gerard played a really fantastic season. Also the other players. So it's like that. Ronald is back. Levy is back. So it's really good to have them on the pitch.
And Rafinha is back. He will start on the bench. How do you see him in the small training sessions that had with him?
No, good. When he arrived, I had a little bit doubt about that, but yesterday everything was much better, and I think also today he's able to play.
Let me ask about Girona. They have not won any of the last 6 games, but there's a good team. They played Champions League this year, so what kind of team do you expect today?
No, Girona is a good team. They can play. They know to play with the ball. It's really good to see that. But we have to play our match, so it's important to, as we did the last match against Osasuna here at home, that we keep the ball possession, ball control, but also always focus on that we want to create chances. this is the most important thing today.
Thanks and good luck.
You're welcome. Thanks.
The words of our coach analyzing Girona and the starting 11, the lineup for Barça today in the Catalan derby against Girona.
There you go, Hansi Flick warning us of the dangers of Girona and saying that Rafinha is fit to play, so we might see him in the second half. Before we talk about Girona, want to plug some Barça 1 content, and if you're a fan of Marbrau, and if you're not a fan of Marbrau, you can also watch it. He has been involved heavily in Inside Barça 24-25, the documentary series following the events of this season. A new episode is launching tomorrow with exclusive interviews with Rafinha and Íñigo Martínez, so be sure to watch that. Don't miss it on Barça 1, launching tomorrow. Inside Barça 24-25. What a magical season it's been so far, and let's hope it ends nicely as well. Girona's lineup very quickly with Gazzaniga in goal, and we've got a few questions here with the formation. It might vary. It might be a defensive line of 3 with 2 wing-backs. It might be defensive line of 4. Who knows?
And what shirt they're wearing.
Yeah, exactly. Still a mystery as well. With Gazzaniga in goal, Frances, Blind, Krejci and Miguel at the back. Arnau maybe as a midfielder, maybe as a centre-back, we'll see. Arnau, Artur and Herrera with Sigankov and Asprilla on the wings, and up front Arnaud Danjuma. Guys, very quickly, Marbrau said it, Girona haven't won any of their last 6 games, one of their last 11.
Yeah, they're struggling. It was thought that they might turn things around after the Champions League had come to an end. We can talk about it a little bit more as this game goes along, but the bottom line is they're pretty much, at this point, hovering in the middle of the table where Europe seems a bit too far away. The relegation zone doesn't seem like a problem for now, but now they got to figure out a way to finish these last 10 games strong.
But, Natalie, we know, and we warned about this the other day against Osasuna, and it turns out we played a great game. We've struggled against these teams that are going through bad stretches.
Yeah, and especially I think the Catalan derby, Girona is going to come out here even stronger. We beat them at home 4-1. Now they're playing at our home. They want to show like, hey, there's more than one team in Catalunya. Sorry, Espanyol, although they're doing okay.
Wow.
But
Shots fired.
But yeah, I mean, we have to come out like we did against the other match against Osasuna, with high intensity, with not taking this game for granted. Real Madrid is hot on our tails. We can't let any points go. And this is a big game, lovely weather. The people are out. Like
It's actually hot today.
Yeah, it's a little hot.
It's
but
like hot.
It's more windy there, so.
Yeah, I'm wearing a hoodie, and I don't think it was the best choice, but I do like my hoodie. Do you like Live Chat, my hoodie? You can buy it on the Barça store. You can purchase it there. Right, a pre-game huddle from the Barça players before they head into the dressing room. And the lineup, a refresher for you, with Szczesny in goal, Koundé, Araujo, Íñigo Martínez and Gerard Martín at the back, with Eric and Pedri in midfield. Fermín, we presume, will be the attacking midfielder. Lamine Yamal on the right. Gavi started on the left the other day. Let's see if he starts on the left today. And Robert Lewandowski up front, with Kylian Mbappé breathing down the back of his neck in that race. 22 for Mbappé.
2 of them yesterday.
23 for Lewandowski.
And now you're starting. Levy had a, not wrapped up, but he had a nice, big, comfortable cushion of a lead. And now Mbappé is in form. He's getting his goals in a multitude of ways. Levy's got to stay. I mean, it's not like Levy's not scoring either. He's been scoring. He scored, I think, in each of the last 2, right? Osasuna
yes,
and
he did.
Atleti.
Yeah.
As you can see on our screens, Marbrau's ready for us. So
guys.
we were having some issues with Guess the Player. We didn't have time to do it. But Marbrau,
How are you
Hello,
guys?
Mark.
How are you?
Well, I have to say, maybe you can say why Mark is with this big jacket. It's because it's a very sunny day, but when you are on this side of the stadium, believe me that it's cold. So for the moment, I have this. And for all my halves, believe me, I have a cap, because after the game, I will have to be in the sunny place. And I don't want to be red at the end of the game. So
that's spring for you.
yeah, maybe.
Spring in
maybe.
Barcelona.
So I have to say that I see Alex Ibaceta next to me, but I don't know where she is right now. I tell her if he wanna join us, but well, for the moment I don't see Alex. So
No Alex, no cat.
no Alex, no cat. Yeah, no cat. No, today I'm alone. But I have a good quiz, and I love that Spence and Natalie are together to get on my quiz, because I have to say that my 2 first questions of the quiz will be exactly the same, with the same answers for you, Spence and Natalie, with some small change. So let's go.
Okay.
let's go. Remember, Barcelona fans, that you can answer. You can type your answers in the chat just to help Spence or Natalie. So it's very the same question. So who do you want to start today? Spence, as usual, I start with you. Natalie, Spence, who wants to start?
Natalie's going to go first.
Okay?
Okay.
I swear that the question will be quite similar. First question for you, Natalie. As you know, Eric Garcia and Pablo Torre last season played with Girona. I want to know, how many goals did Eric and Pablo Torre score with Girona last season between those players? 3, 6, or 7? Eric plus Pablo Torre. How many goals did they score?
I don't think they scored too many. Right?
Why are you looking at me?
You follow them more, I think. I'm just gonna go with 3.
You say 3, and I have to say that the good answer is 5 scored by Eric and 1 by Pablo Torre.
Oh,
5
that was
plus
my
1,
other guess.
6. 6 goals between those two players. Natalie, I have to say that it's not easy, one of the difficult questions at all. But the second question for you, Spence, is quite the same, but not last season. I want to know, Spence, how many goals have Eric and Pablo Torre scored with Barça this season? 3, 6, or 7?
Wow.
It's the same number as well.
Wow. I mean, Eric has been surprisingly good. I'm just trying to think of times when Pablo Torre has scored. It might not have come in La Liga, but maybe we're talking about the Copa. I think he has gotten a few, so I'm going to rule out number 1. And then the question is, are you trying to pull a fast one on us, or are you just trying to make this... I'm going to go with 6. I'll say 6.
You say 6, so do you think that for the moment they have scored the same amount of goals that with Girona last season?
Yeah.
Eric, who today reaches 100 games with Barça, have scored 4, and Pablo Torre 3. So 4
2
plus
against
3
Sevilla.
Yeah.
is 7. It's 7. I know that they are difficult ones, but I promised you that there were very similar questions. But I have to say, I must say,
He got us both.
Spence and Natalie, that it's difficult. It's difficult. But if you do your homework, maybe you can study how many
Okay,
goals.
well,
You do your homework, Mark Brown.
Yeah. Let's go with the last one. Spence, you will say the easier, as always, for Robert. Yeah.
course.
Who scored the first goal in the 1-4 in Montilivi at the first
come
part of the
on, man.
season? Lamine Yamal, Olmo, or Pedri, those 3 players scored that day. But
It was
who
actually
scored the
David
first
Lopez.
one? Yeah, I understand you. But Robert and Barcelona fans, type your answers.
Let
Who
me
scored
have a
the
think.
first goal?
Yeah, you're real thinking hard about this one. Yeah, go on.
it's such a hard one.
Well, it wasn't Dani Olmo because it was in the second half. Great pass, great long ball by Koundé that day.
Olmo time.
We'll miss Olmo today, won't we? It was option number 1, Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal that day scored a double,
Yeah.
and he scored first and the second. As Spence said, he pressed very well David Lopez at the start of the action, scoring the first goal. So yeah, I say Natalie and Spence today, the easiest question, as usual, was for Robert. But Robert is the director of the show, is the host. So
You have to keep me happy.
He even got
I
like a
have-
fancy song.
Yeah.
The hierarchy on this show is despicable.
Okay, so these are my quiz for today, all related with Barça Girona game. In 10 minutes, the game is about to start. So I think we have time. We have 5 minutes to go, and let's go make a quick round of my secret numbers. Remember, those numbers are related with today's game. Numbers related with the Barça Girona game today. Quite similar also. Today we're talking number 5. The numbers are 5, 15, or 35. You can. Take a number if you want, Spence, Natalie, and Robert, and try to guess what those numbers could be, or one of those numbers could be.
5, 15, 25. 5, 15, 25.
5.
I was expecting him to go with like the consecutive wins
Is
in La
5
Liga.
the
But we
consecutive
did
clean
it
sheets?
last Thursday. Oh,
No.
what did
no.
you say, Natalie?
5 clean sheets?
No, because
Has something to do with clean sheets?
we conceded a goal in one of the latest. Yeah.
I have to say that one of those numbers is clean sheets.
Oh, really? 15 clean sheets this season? In La
Well
Liga?
done. Well done. 15 clean sheets this season. Well done. Well done, guys. So in 40, no, not in La Liga, in all the competitions.
Oh, okay.
In 44 games. So let's gonna discover the other ones. Number 5, It's interesting. It's the consecutive
consecutive
league
wins.
wins at Montjuic. It's interesting because it's the first time this season that in La Liga we reached this. It was against Osasuna that Barça, for the moment, Barça have won all the games played in Montjuic in La Liga here this year in 2025. We start winning Valencia, then we beat Alaves, then we beat Rayo Vallecano, then also we beat Real Sociedad, and the last one was against Osasuna. So let's gonna try today to win our 6th consecutive game in a row here at home. Let's go with the 15 number of clean sheets this season, and 25, also very interesting number. It's 25 games scoring 3 or more goals. I think it's very interesting this because in more than a half game this season, Barça have scored more than 3 goals. What do you think, guys, with this number? I think that is very interesting.
Well,
That's crazy.
quick math, 25 times 3, 75 goals. That's already a load of goals.
Yeah, a lot
Crazy.
of goals. Of course, Barça also have scored 4 or 5 goals many times. Against Girona, we have scored 4 goals in the first part of the season. But let's gonna expect today if Barça can get at least 3 goals to win today against Girona. So as you can know, for the moment, big atmosphere here in Stade Olympique Lluís Companys. In a few minutes, the players will go on the pitch. So to end my connection and to go back to my position, I will say my prediction. I think that today could be a game with many goals. Barça and Girona like to play some offensive football. But I will have confidence on our team, and I think that Barça today it's going to win 3-1. This is my prediction for today's game.
Thank you very much, Mark, and we'll talk during the game. Prediction time on Barça Live. Give us your predictions. Send us your predictions on the live chat. Come on, be positive. Be more positive than Spencer Seagull.
That's not true. What do you want me to say, man? Why are you looking at me like that?
At least he's not at the
If
stadium.
you got something to say
Say
it out loud.
it in the chat at least.
Or say it in the chat behind the guise of a username.
Yeah.
You got nothing.
We need the win.
I agree, actually. I agree.
Can't be dropping points.
I agree.
Dropping points at this point of the season.
I agree.
Leagues are not won in November. Leagues are not won in December. Leagues are not won in January.
Yeah.
One in February.
Yeah.
Maybe not even early March. In the final 10 games of the season, it's when things start to get, well, tight and important and relevant.
Especially this season.
Especially this season.
I know. I'm rooting for a victory for Barca today. That is as simple as it can be, right?
Is there a red card emoji that you can show Spence on the live chat for his 2-2 prediction? Natalie, you're going more optimistic.
I'm going more optimistic. We beat them 1-4 away. We're at home, and also I think the team, since when did we beat them? In September, has come a long way. There's a lot of improvement, a lot more confidence in the players and in the Hansi Flick style. And we're on a good run, 5 consecutive wins at home, I think.
You know, the problem is if I had predicted a big Barca win, which is what I think, you know, it could happen. I think a 3-0, which
you would jinx it?
3-0 hasn't been predicted there, but they would roast me on Girona Live, and I can't have that. So, you know, I gotta.
How often do you go on Girona Live?
Well, they haven't invited me yet because it doesn't exist, but you know, just in case.
Okay.
It's a much shorter commute to work. Do you know what I mean? Much shorter.
Right, predictions from the live chat. By the way, 4-0. I almost got my prediction right the other day.
Oh, yeah.
It ended 3-0. I had a 4-0. We had a chance late that didn't go in. So I'm going to go repeat. I'm going to go with 4-0 again, same as Imposter 2.0, 4-0.
Kat, what are we doing, buddy?
Lydia Crochet going 5-0 today. Joanna Gievulska going 4-1. I hope I pronounced that correct. Swaggy Coral going to 4-2.
Coral.
Chanel ACM 4-1. Ronaldo 7Y going 4-1.
Okay.
Nasira Yogubi 4-2. Cold Luis, still cold, even though it's spring already.
Is that your brother?
3-0.
Maybe he's.
No, it's not my brother, no.
Maybe he's in South America.
Zainab Yusuf going 4-1. Yeah, no, but Cold Luis has been cold throughout the whole winter.
Maybe he's in Antarctica.
Maybe he's in Alaska.
Oh, also. He's just in a place that's
I think
cold.
we asked Cold Luis where he was one day, and
It wasn't that
we
cold.
got a response.
Maybe
but I can't
he's
remember.
like in the States where they always turn the air conditioning way up.
Yeah.
or in a supermarket.
Yep.
Exactly.
He works in the
Maybe
frozen
Cold Luis
section.
works in a supermarket,
Yeah.
in the refrigeration sector.
Sector of refrigeration.
Yes. Elijah going Spencer in
All caps.
all caps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that,
Is that it?
And Denis going 4-1, 100% bro.
100%, bro.
100% bro.
All right.
Okay.
What do you say, bro?
Keep your predictions coming on the live chat as we're getting ready for this Catalan derby to start. Under 3 minutes to go until kickoff. Spence, you have a point to make.
I just want to make one other point, okay? For the greater good. I have worn this particular shirt, this one right here, that has a wonderful name on the back, who won a Clásico a couple of years ago.
Ooh, El
Okay.
Presidente.
We broke this out for that Valencia 7-1.
Oh.
I've worn it for every La Liga game on Barça Live since Barça have won 7 consecutive La Liga games. So don't say I ain't doing nothing, all right?
And most importantly,
Yeah.
as our loyal Barça Live fans will know, you're sitting on this couch today.
Yep.
Which means that you're not at Montjuic.
I could
Exactly.
have spent more money to go watch this game, but yeah, I would rather come here and hang out with my friends.
Can you,
We would also rather
Can you just remind us very quickly of your record at Montjuic? And why it's important that you're not at Montjuic today?
I've been to a total of 4 games at Montjuic, and Barça have won a total of 0 of those games.
The last one being the Sorloth goal in the 96th
December.
minute. Spence,
Yes.
Oh,
Pero tío, no he hecho nada.
what about when we go to the new stadium? Is he allowed in?
I don't know.
Oh, the Camp Nou, I've got a good record.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, but
Camp
it's-
Nou, I
it's
think I'm
gonna be-
undefeated,
The
actually.
new Spotify Camp Nou, we can,
have to see
we can
how it
take into
goes.
consideration.
Yeah.
But Montjuic is a no-no.
I don't really need to go back anyway. I'm happy here. It's good.
Good, right.
beer.
The Barça anthem is blasting at the Olympic Stadium. It's a nice atmosphere, sunny afternoon, and Barça are playing with Wojtek Szczęsny in goal. How did I do?
6 out of 10.
Really? With Wojtek Szczęsny, Wojtek
was worse.
Szczęsny in goal, with Koundé, Araujo, Íñigo Martínez, and Gerard Martín at the back, with Eric Garcia playing his 100th game in midfield next to Pedri, Fermín ahead of them, Lamine Yamal on the right, Gavi, we presume, on the left, and Robert Lewandowski up front. Guys, 45 seconds to go until kickoff. What are we expecting from Barca today?
I'm expecting them to come straight out of the gates here with a high energy. It's a Sunday afternoon. They know that they've got the chance to get 3 points up again on Madrid. They need to do this early because we saw, for example, yesterday, if you come out a little lackluster the way Madrid did, even though they got the job done, no Madrid fan was happy watching that game yesterday. So we want to enjoy
Was
our
anyone
football.
happy watching that game yesterday? We'll get into it in a bit. Natalie, thoughts? A start like the other day against Osasuna would be ideal.
Yeah, I think ideal is to, like you said, get the job done early, maybe rest some players because we got another big game next week. Well, lots of big games the whole month. So the easiest thing, get it done early, score lots of goals, come out on top, don't give Girona any opportunity to attack. No 2-2, no nothing.
Let's just get this game over with.
Well, let's get it started with Araujo as our head captain today, returning to the lineup. And rest for Pau Cubarsí, rest for Rafinha from the beginning. No Dani Olmo, of course, because of the injury he picked up. Hansi Flick said it's going to be 2 to 3 weeks. Let's hope it's 2 rather than 3 because this is jam-packed month of April.
Yeah.
So many games. 7 games.
Could be
in
even
21
more,
days.
depending on the Copa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's also going to be the type of month where everything becomes decisive every game.
Every
Exactly.
little detail.
Even though Barca were playing when there was Champions League play stage, and it was September, October, November, and you were playing games every 3 days, you kind of went like, all right, well, if you don't get the win, we
If
still
we drop
got
some points,
still got the rest of the
season.
season. But now every game is pretty much a final, more or less.
Yeah.
We've got the aerial view of the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic.
I think I see us right there.
There we are.
Hi.
I can't see Marc Brau in the stadium though, but I think he is there. Marc, what a wonderful atmosphere this Sunday afternoon.
What's that 38% precipitation forecast.
Is he
That's-
there?
That's
The humidity?
wrong.
Is Mark's not there? Mark's not there. Okay. Let me know when Mark
left.
is there.
It
The
was all a
game
green screen.
is underway. Okay. So, first possession for Barça. Íñigo Martínez playing from the back. Back to Szczęsny. By the way, guys, should I say it or should I not?
Oh, no.
With Tech in goal.
Yes.
Thinks ain't going too badly
Yeah,
in terms of results. Undefeated.
undefeated.
I hope
Only ones in Europe.
this. Anyway, Barca in possession early, going forward. The connection there between Pedri and Fermin didn't quite happen, and I think we can confirm that Gavi is starting from the left. Who will be the first scorer in today's game? Spencer, Natalie.
Ooh. I'd like for it to be Fermin.
This couch is gonna pick Fermin.
Okay, team
Yeah?
Ferminator.
Yeah.
You Fermining?
We're Ferminian.
Terminator.
Team Ferminator?
Yep.
I'll go Team Levy. I'll go Team Pichichi.
Yeah, he's got to keep up his.
Keep up
Scores.
the goals, keep them coming, because Kylian Mbappe is ending the season better than he started it.
That's for sure.
Scored twice yesterday for Real Madrid. Let's see. CH Studio says, I want Lamine, but I think Fermin.
We could do one Fermin goal and a hat trick for Levy.
Kvituzel says, if we lose, I'm going to shave my hair.
Okay.
Are you though?
Are you?
You could shave it and dye it Blaugrana colors.
Well, if you shave it all, you can't dye anything.
You don't shave. You can leave a little bit, like a buzz cut.
Yeah, yeah.
Way to pull it back. Wait a sec.
Oh. Excuse me.
Yes, Barca official intelligence, yes.
Needs attention.
These damn robots. They're taking over the world. Not happy about it. Yes, Barca official intelligence. Good afternoon. What is your prediction?
We here decide that on Catalan Derby Day, it's best to have the two best Catalan teams in attendance, and that means leaving one of them out. But for the result, of course, Barca come away victorious. They're gonna put 5 past Girona today.
Ooh, 5. 5-0?
Yes, sir.
Wow. I mean, Barca official intelligence, you have a Spencer face, but your prediction is far from Spencer's. I like your prediction more. For once, Barca official intelligence, I'm rooting for you. Manita, eh?
Wow.
Manita from the Barca official intelligence, and here could come first. Here's Gavi. The back pass, a shot!
Oh.
Blocked and deflected, and it will be a corner kick. What a chance for Barca, what a chance for Fermin. You almost got your Fermin goal prediction right, guys.
Yeah. Wait, he heard us.
Look, as his content is being promoted underneath me here. Origins Fermin on Barca 1.
That's our boy.
Oops. Very close, very close. Great chance for Barca, 3rd minute of the game. And corner kick in favour of Barca.
This is. I remember the last time we did a Barca Live. The last time I did a Barca Live with Girona. My mom was in attendance at the game.
The cross by Pedri into the hands of Castanica. Was that the last season's?
That was 2 seasons ago. Last year, I didn't come on for either game.
And Barca lost in Montjuic.
That was the first one was in December at Montjuic, and we weren't back yet for Barca Live. The second one was April, I want to say.
Yeah, it was a game in which Barca dominated for an hour with a great Christensen goal.
The Christensen goal was one of the best goals I've ever seen live in my life.
And then Barca just melted in
And
the
then
final half an hour.
Dovbyk answered like 60 seconds later to make it 1-1.
And we had a penalty, 2-1.
Was it Levy?
Levy.
It was?
Scored.
Okay.
We were 2-1 ahead. We could have made it 3-1. And then all of a sudden, Barca made a couple of mistakes. Porto came on as the super sub.
Porto scored twice.
Yeah. Girona was a nightmare for us last season, but we did get our revenge in this season's game at Montilivi, winning that 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1.
And 4 goals for one of the 2 teams in the last 3 Girona Barças.
Look out.
Gironas. Here we go, long ball, Koundé trying to get around Krejci, but he could not do. So it's goal kick.
I'm going to look right into the camera.
Excuse me, another one?
Who is that?
What is going on? More artificial, no.
How do so many people know your name?
He's
So many
famous.
robots.
What?
Is that Marc Brau? Is he available now? We were having some sound issues.
Maybe Marc Brau is a robot.
Maybe Marc Brau is a robot. He does have a lot of facts in his brain.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, Marc.
Yeah, well, I can confirm that the sun. Oh, be careful with this
Careful
cross
there.
direct to the far post, and then Sigankov is out. Yeah, I have to say I can confirm that I'm alive. So the sunny day
Well,
Good to hear.
did not make me just like water, so everything is fine. Some technical things, but I'm here with you guys. So how are you?
we're good. We're good. Now that we have Marc Brau, Spence, do you think we should get it done? Get it over with. Grievance corner.
Grievance corner.
Let's go to the grievance corner.
Let's grieve.
Okay. So.
Be careful, guys.
Careful here, wait a minute. We might have to postpone grievance corner because Jules Koundé is leading the break
Is this
here.
exuberance corner?
Koundé through to Fermin, the shot by Fermin into the hands of Gazzaniga, second chance for Fermin. So, grievance corner, because as you know, Marc Brau, always with respect, always with respect,
Respect, please.
with respect, is the one who is the referee analytics guy, let's call him that. And
Okay.
things happened yesterday, of course. Let's get the question on our screen, please. Let's get the question on our screen. How mad, guys, do you think Marc Brau was about Madrid Leganés? Option 1, breathing into a paper bag like Sheldon on the Big Bang Theory, like trying to contain his anxiety.
Trying not to hyperventilate.
Not to hyperventilate. Screaming out of the window is option 2. Or option 3, he didn't watch it. Those are the 3 options for you guys. Marc Brau, we are going to give you 1 minute to rant, a 1 minute rant. And
Exactly 1 minute and not a second more. We
And
cut you
60
off.
seconds.
there will be no more talk about it, but it
careful
might
with
be
this.
after Lamine Yamal finishes a chance here, plays it through to Lewandowski. Go Levy, go Levy, go Levy, go Levy! Oh, the chance saved by Gazzaniga.
Wait a
Second
minute.
chance for Barca. Pedri, Fermin, Lamine Yamal on the edge of the box. Lamine looking for the opening. Lamine back to Fermin. Fermin goes over. Penalty!
No, it's
Or
out.
free kick.
Or free kick? Free kick.
For the moment, it's free kick. If it was yesterday in Bernabeu, maybe it could be a penalty.
Okay, no, Mark,
Okay,
you're
sorry,
only,
sorry,
you're
sorry,
only going to have
sorry.
1 minute for this.
Sorry.
You're only going to have 1 minute for this. Wait a
Let's see.
minute.
First of all, let's see if it was on the outside of the box or the inside.
Fermin fouled on. Ooh! That was very
Al
close.
límite.
I think Asprilla's foot is in. Fermin.
I don't-
Fermin is just out, I think. Oh, it's on the limit though.
Yeah. It's on the line.
It's really on.
Does he foul? Yeah.
Ooh! How close is that?
If it was in another... Sorry.
Mark,
Oh, wait.
Mark.
Control yourself.
Keep it together.
I honestly, with all the replays we've been given, I still don't know.
I don't know if it was inside the box or outside the box, and I don't know if he
First
actually
of all,
fouled him.
It's a clear foul, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's a clear foul, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I think it is a foul. I think there is contact from behind, but it's so close. Live chat.
remember that
Option
if it's in, the referee doesn't have to go to the VAR. So the VAR will say him yes or no.
Okay. Live chat. Was that a penalty? Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. Option 3, can't decide. That's my option at the moment. If we're not given any more replays, let's see. I think. Oh, I think
that's
the initial
inside the
contact
box.
is out.
I think that's out.
Yeah, but if the play drags into the box, they can award it.
It's so close.
The question is whether or not he actually fouled him. That I'm not sure of, honestly. Which then I don't know what VAR
So
does.
for the moment, referee has to go to the VAR. So what does it mean, guys? I will explain. That as you say, it's not clear. That kind of actions, if it's clear that it's in, the referee doesn't have to go to the VAR because the VAR said it's in. when in an actions like that, the referee has to go to the screen, it's because there's a doubt. So,
Or, Mark, do you think it's because it's in, but now they're deciding whether it's a foul or not?
sorry?
Do you think that it's because it's in, and now because it would be a potential penalty, they have to decide if there's contact or not? Because it does look a little bit like Fermin looks for it a little bit more than...
Well, I have the decision. And as you know, I will see the action 3 seconds before review, so it's no foul.
See? That's
No
what I was
penalty
saying.
and no foul.
Yeah, that's what I was...
But it's normal
concerned
because
with.
Girona has a white shirt today. So.
Just don't want to be accused of being biased.
No.
Because it didn't look like a foul.
I'm seeing the last replay that we got. I think it's more Fermin looking for the contact than... Yeah, there is contact.
But yesterday in some stadium there was
Okay,
quite
wait a
similar
minute,
action.
Mark. Okay, so we're going to hit the 11th minute mark, and by the 12th minute mark, you're going to have to finish your monologue.
You have 60 seconds starting in 3 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Mark, you have the floor. 1 minute.
I really like that you asked me that question right now because it's quite similar for what happened yesterday in Bernabeu. No foul in front of the area, in front of the box, but yesterday the referee said that it's foul, and then that got Real Madrid to get the comeback. The only thing I want to say is that all the 3 potential actions that could be good for Real Madrid were for Real Madrid. So what does it mean? That everything that Barça can achieve this season, it's very, 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 very difficult. But I really hope that Barça, we will fight from the dark side with everything that we have, because we know exactly since yesterday
20 seconds.
what can happen if we are not better than the other teams. If we have to be confident in other things, the other things on the
10.
dark side are always white.
Oh, he had 6
Wow.
seconds to spare.
You could have added some extra points.
Look at that. Mark, no more, during the game.
Be careful.
Careful here we go. Lamine Yamal driving. Lamine Yamal takes it to his left. Lamine Yamal with a shot over the crossbar.
Defended. I think that was that not deflected?
No, I don't think so.
Weird that he kicked it like that.
I honestly thought he was going to go further.
I don't think he had enough time to prepare.
Well, but that's the beauty of live shows.
But you really didn't think he's going to be able to be the rest of the match without
Mark, no
mentioning
more,
anything? I don't know if he can do
Sorry?
it.
No more, eh?
I didn't listen to you quite good right now. So first, the question is for you. Do you like my speech?
Do we like what?
His speech.
All the
On
dark
the speech.
side.
Yeah, no.
The dark
you have
side
to fight
is
against all
always
odds.
white.
That is true. That is true. And
I can give you the answer if you want to the question.
you didn't watch the game.
I didn't watch the game. And I think it's better.
It was probably better. Yeah, I've learned with time that it's better for me just not to watch, just to find out what
Yeah,
happened.
that's what I do.
I have to say that yesterday was, Robert, how's in English? Despedida de soltero.
A stag do.
Yeah, that's it. Because one of my
Or a
best friends.
bachelor party, yeah.
One of my best friends will be married in a month. I cannot go to the wedding. Because
Wedding.
it's in Brazil just the weekend that for sure we will be playing the Spanish Cup final. But yeah, we were having some fun, drinking some water, and we didn't watch the game at all. But we know exactly what happened. And yeah, after all, as I said,
Ooh.
Ooh,
we have to be confident in ourselves.
Yeah,
Nobody
we do.
else. Well, I have to say that I liked the comments of Andrew Lunin after the game yesterday, that it's better for us to win without help. That was the thing that Andrew Lunin said yesterday.
That should have been included in your 1 minute monologue, Mark.
Yeah, you had
Yeah,
10
but
seconds.
I left 10 seconds before, so I have 10 extra seconds.
Yeah, true. You did have the
Well,
six
we have
spare
to say
seconds.
that Barca's playing good, guys. So we are
Barca's
close
playing
to-
very well. Here's Lamine Yamal. Here's Lamine driving into the box. Lamine Yamal trying to squeeze in between.
Oh
Oh,
my
Lamine! Oh,
goodness.
Lamine! Oh, the save by Gazzaniga at the near post. Here's Eric Garcia now. Eric Garcia is going to feed it
on.
wide to Gerard Martin. Gerard Martin put the cross in. Gerard Martin, long cross. Lamine Yamal was offside. He knew it. He didn't compete or contend for the ball there. And it's a throw in to Girona. What a chance for Lamine Yamal, Mark.
Can we get a replay?
How good is Lamine Yamal? We explained in the previous show that he scored the 2 first goals in Girona in September, and Lamine Yamal wants to score again against Girona. But I think that the best thing today for Barca is that we start the game in the same way that we start against Osasuna.
Right, guys, should we get our Barca legend in?
There's already one on the pitch.
Bojan Kirkic brought some good luck the other day. in the Osasuna game. Let's see who it is today. Who would you like it to be today?
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
There's a lot of options.
Oh, we've got 5 options. One, two, should we
Let the chat decide.
let the
or-
chat decide? Should we have this show be a democratic show? Not a lot of democracy, or it's not been a good year for democracy so far in 2025. So let's have Barca Live be a democratic show.
Okay, I agree with that.
Live chat, options 1 to 5.
Come on, chat.
1, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5.
Lots of 4s.
Yeah.
6 is not an option. Get out of here.
I see lots of 4s.
Please pay attention.
4, 3, 3, 4.
Let's have 4.
I think 4 is what people
I think 4 is what people
Because we
want.
want 4 goals.
4 is what
Alright.
people want.
All right, 4.
Oh, wait a minute. Our floor manager is wearing a mask today as well. That's a new thing. Right, 4. We've got the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, that hair.
Ah,
I had a
Xavi.
feeling it was Xavi with that hair.
Xavi player.
Xavi player.
Xavi player.
Is there a Xavi code?
Xavi player is here to help us.
That
It's good that we have a Catalan player as well.
Blaugrana mask is a little creepy.
2010
It is.
Xavi,
No.
right?
2010, 2011, Xavi.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the yellow collar. Good. Xavi, Porra, result prediction.
Oh.
Xavi?
2.
0. Okay. I honestly thought he was going to go 2-2 like you. And
Me too, I was scared. Not another.
Maybe Xavi player is mad that he can't get out there to play against Girona. In Derby.
well, he never got to play Girona.
Exactly. That would have been 17-18, and that was after. It was too
Yeah,
late.
Iniesta did.
That's true.
But Xavi didn't. Oh well. 16 minutes played, and Barca haven't had as strong of a start as the other day against Osasuna, but chances have been created. There was a potential penalty that wasn't called, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of debate about it, but I think what we've seen from Barca so far is positive.
Yeah, I mean, this is the type of motivation you want to see them when they're on the ball. Lamine has been doing a lot of the hard work so far. Girona haven't really looked a threat at all,
Not really.
with
no.
one exception on the cross in that had Sigankov in.
Yeah. But not a whole lot. Kokran, question. What worries you about today's game? Can we get it on our screen right now? Now. Ah, so
Wow.
quick, like Kokran. Round of applause for Jordi Kokran. Appreciation clap for Jordi Kokran. What worries you most about today? The playing after Real Madrid factor, so knowing that they won their game, a little bit of extra pressure, knowing their result that you need to win. The heavy minute load, both prior and post this game, or the fact that every streak, and we're on a good streak
miss
right
one.
now in La Liga, every streak ends at some point.
I missed one. The 4th option,
Which one?
VAR reviews.
Well, this guy, eh?
Mark, we're trying
you-
really hard.
No, but I say with respect.
Always respect.
Yeah, with respect.
We're trying so hard. You know, we like to be unbiased here.
Well, no.
Well, we're biased.
Well, we're biased towards Barca.
Biased in terms of who we're rooting for, but unbiased in terms of what we see on the pitch. Like that whole incident on the outside of the penalty area. That we called it as we saw it.
You were the first to say it might not be a foul.
Yeah, but yesterday there was not a penalty in the first action and VAR.
Mark, you had your minute.
Okay,
You had
I-
your minute.
Okay.
Sancional.
I knew he wasn't going to be able to
Out of
hold
the
it
3
in.
options, Mark?
Well, talking in a serious way, not considering my 4th option, I think that it could be the 3rd one. So every streak ends. And sometimes the streak ends the day that you are not going to think that it's not going to be possible. Today, sunny day at home
Yep.
against Girona, 6 consecutive games without winning for Girona team. So, well, Barca have to be focused in all the game.
When you least expect it sometimes, as we've seen this season with Leganés, Las Palmas.
It's fun. Well, Leganés ended Atleti's 15-game winning streak in
Yeah.
all competitions, but it's funny. Because it really depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to a Barça fan, you think, like Mark's saying, well, every streak ends, so this might be the one, Girona not coming in. From Girona's perspective, which I can speak to a little bit, you're thinking, there's no way Girona get anywhere near Barça today. Like, this game is not made for Girona. It's going to be...
Retire Jesus Spence.
What was that?
Yeah,
Don't say this.
Oh, because you're gonna jinx it.
Because I remember that the day before we play against Leganés, I talked with some people of Leganés and they said, well, for us, 0-0 is good. Finally it was 0-1.
No, you talked to Super Pepino.
Yeah, Super Pepino told me 0-0.
Here's Pedri inside the box. Lewandowski almost connected. Second chance for Barça. Cross by Gerard Martin, corner, Mark.
So no, Super Pepino told me 0-0, a draw is fine for me, and the final score was 1-0 for Leganés, so... But I have to say, after all, that in this first 20 minutes, Barca's playing quite well. We have some attempts, and for the moment, Barca's completing a good game against Girona. For the moment, Girona doesn't have the ball, and that kind of team spent, you know, well. Mitchell team without the ball suffered.
In the would you rather question, from now until the end of the season, would you rather play before Real Madrid or after Real Madrid, knowing what they've done? Careful there with the cross, the header! Saved on the line by Gazzaniga. Araujo almost scored.
And Lewandowski on the follow-up. How did he not put that home?
I thought that one
I think it was behind him once he'd gone past. The cross, the header by Araujo. Ah, and he'd already gone, Lewandowski.
Just a little too early.
Oh!
He could have gone with his chest.
Nice save by Gazzaniga, though. Good header by Araujo at the near post. Another good chance for Barca already. Oof. Pedri to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal.
Come on, Lamine.
Left-footed cross inside, headed away. Ball will fall to Barca once again. Now Íñigo Martínez playing as the left winger.
Just shows how much
Give us some
attack
step overs.
Girona's doing.
Barca still putting pressure on Girona here. Pedri trying to play it through. Fermín had made the run. Now Girona give away the ball, throwing Barca.
I have to look directly into the camera and I have to say something.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, do it.
It's very important.
Okay,
Because
we need a camera on Spencer.
We all know that, you know, I have a bit of a complicated relationship when it comes to football when these two teams play each other on
Can we get the question on the screen, by the way?
Oh, boy.
Corcoran?
What's it gonna
Corcoran?
be?
The question about Spencer.
Oh no.
Listen, the relationship with football is complicated when these two teams play. It's just the way it is. I can't control it. That's just how I was
You can't fight this feeling.
brought into this world.
No, not that one. The other one, Corcoran. No, 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 no.
That being said, today is a day when Barca need 3 points. It's that simple. So I'm very clearly.
Yet you predicted 2-2.
But that's not what I'm rooting for to happen. What I would like to happen is that Barca win this game, because Girona are in the middle of nowhere. Barca need this for the title race. And what I'm gonna do is that when Barca score their goals, I'm gonna celebrate the way Ferran celebrated when he scored against Valencia.
I'm going to celebrate the way that Fermín celebrated his cross the other day to assist Lewandowski.
That was like an EAFC cross. That was so
Yeah.
pure.
Yeah.
It was just perfectly placed.
Live chat, do you have split feelings with Barca and
No,
Girona?
it's only me. guys.
Careful here, Lewandowski with a shot on the turn, shot blocked, Eric Garcia. Lots of players in white in the way there. Option 3 is the only option, really. Option 3.
It's definitely only me, and I respect. You know, everyone's got their thing. This is my thing.
I don't think it's only you. I'm sure there's other people, but few.
Probably not as many who watch our Barca live.
Oh.
Maybe a few in Girona who grew up that way.
I don't know if we've got very
I like
many
how you
people
say
from
you
Girona watching.
were born this way when you're from Chicago.
I didn't say I was born this way. I said this is how I was born into sport. This is
Oh, okay, well, the way you
into
worded it.
football. I didn't choose this life. Okay, this
That's
life
true.
chose me.
The teams choose you.
It is what it is. Girona wins. All right, well that's probably a Madrid fan then, because I don't think.
What if the Chicago Bulls had a football franchise
a football franchise?
or soccer franchise?
I mean, dude,
There's a
the
Chicago
Chicago Bulls made enough headlines this week. All right, that was enough.
Oh, yes, they did.
That was nice.
I mean, there's a
Nice,
Chicago.
Can't bring me down.
They're having a nice run.
Yeah. If they had a football team and somehow played Barça, we'd have to see. Because that would be
Is there not a
What
team in
competition
Chicago?
would that be in?
the Chicago Fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, but
they're not very good.
the MLS can't
Well-
hold a candle to this. It's just, it's a different. This is different.
Anton Herold says, what shirt is Natalie wearing?
This, I don't know. My boyfriend's dad gave it to me. It has a number 7 on the back. Oh, you can't see that. Has a number 7 on the back.
Oh.
Who is this number 7? I don't know. It's like the, it seems to be, I think, pre-2010.
It is, definitely. It's more like early
2007.
More early 2000s.
Yeah.
honestly.
So I have no idea. If someone knows, let me know. But it's nice.
Yeah.
The logo,
The logo and the look is early 2000s.
it's early 2000s, yeah.
Right, Mark, Barca have had good chances, but so far, 25th minute, no goals.
Yeah, Gazzaniga, the same that last season, for example, is playing well. Remember that last season, Girona won here 2-4. Spence over there. Where are you?
We can't hear Mark.
Yeah, I had no idea what he said at the end there.
It's Gerard Martin, inside cross.
Maybe the sun is getting in their eyes.
Barca keeping Girona contained in their own half mostly. Struggling a bit more to create than the other day against Osasuna. Although, well, I mean, maybe it's unfair to say that because we have had 7 shots already, 4 on target. So maybe it's just because it hasn't gone in.
No, the chances are there so far.
Now we need them to go in.
Do you listen to me, guys?
Now, yes.
Okay, sorry. No, first I said that for the moment Barca is playing well, but Gazzaniga, who also played very well last season, and I asked Spence, I remember that he was there, the 2-4 last season.
Yes. I'm glad he's not there today. Here's the 1-2. Fermin,
come on.
Lamin, Yamal with the cross inside. Cleared by Krejci. Down low. Eric Garcia now intercepts the long ball that Girona was attempting to play. And Eric Garcia playing his 100th game today, Mark.
Yeah, 100, and I have the numbers. His first game was August 2021, Barca Real Sociedad in the Spotify Camp Nou. That action, finally Gazzaniga got the ball. First season, Eric played 36 games. The second one, he played 32. Last season, he played 2 games before he left to Girona all alone, and this season is the game number 30. So what does it mean? That this season, maybe he did not start many games, but he's very close to play the same games that in the second season. So well done for him.
Long gone are the days, we're careful, Lamine Yamal with the cross, corner kick Barca. Long gone are the days, Mark, when Eric Garcia was a 1-goal man. He's no longer a 1-goal man.
Well, it was the first part of his Barca career. He did not score in the first season. He scored in the second season in Sevilla. But this season he has scored, as we said in the previous show, 3 goals. 1 in Sevilla, 2. 1 against Barbastro, and I think the most important goal he has scored so far. Remember when it was?
Benfica.
Benfica.
Yeah.
4-4. He's a 4-goal man. Wow. Rapidly growing his numbers. Corner kick to Barca. Lamine Yamal will cross it in. Incoming cross by Lamine Yamal. Headed away by the Girona defence. And Gerard Martin will pick it up. He'll cross it back into the box. Looking for Araujo, who goes up looking for it. Careful there. The ball bounced off of his shoulder. And now Daley Blind clears. Koundé slipped at the wrong time. And Girona had have a chance to counter here.
Stop that, Pedri.
Pedri.
Stop that, Pedri.
Pedri recovers. Pedri raises his hands and says,
Listen to the
"Keep
stadium.
calm."
Pedri.
Pedri.
If Barca score here in the first half,
Well, we've got.
mira,
Oh,
It's almost like they read your mind.
a little bit.
what were you going to say?
Because the first one will happen soon, and then we'll have unlocked things. So I'm going option 3. Your point, Spence.
I was just gonna say that this is like, it's looking a lot more likely that they do score in the first half based on the way that they've been queuing up. So I would pick option 2.
Okay, Natalie.
I think I'll go with option 3 because I think once they get that first goal, I think they're just going to keep going. They just need to break through that first one, which is the hardest one. I don't know what happened. They didn't get hit in the face.
It looks like as Gerard Martin was trying to break free, he hit Francis in the face. And
Can't tell from this angle.
you can't tell from this angle, although Gerard Martin's arm was suspiciously low.
Yeah.
So how he contacted the face, I don't know. Marc Brau, how will this first half end?
I think that Barca is going to score. I'm just seeing the replay of Araujo header. What a save by Gazzaniga.
Yeah.
Why does the goalkeeper cannot do the same as he did in Paris in September?
Well,
I
mean, that happened in the 90th minute, Mark, so we might have to wait until then for that.
And I have to say that I was very sad for that. Because I think that Girona played very well that day. And I think it was just the key for what happened to Girona in UEFA Champions League. It was unlucky competition. Instead, they played well many games.
I think that was a sliding doors moment in the season for Girona. You finished that game 0-0 in Paris, and all of a sudden you're full of confidence. And maybe it would have changed things.
They came back home, they played Feyenoord, they lost that one 3-2. Yeah, I mean, that's the Champions League, though. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't have changed anything, but
you'll never know.
I really thought this team was going to play a lot better in the second half of the season because they didn't have the fixture congestion that they'd never had to deal with before.
Yeah. And injuries.
But now the injuries have hit. Brian Hill's out for the season.
Yeah.
You got Miovski, who hasn't been that good for them. He's out.
They've been plagued by injuries this season, really. Right, another corner kick, Mark.
Yeah, another quick. I want to say that there's another important player for Girona who's not playing today, Van de Beek, who is suspended. Also the Dutch player. And yeah, another corner kick. That's going to see if Barca can score.
Right, Pedri plays it short. Ball
Definitely not
Lamine
our
Yamal.
best
Here's Lamine. Lamine trying to turn quickly, gets it to Gavi. Now Lamine inside. Girona clear. Inigo Martinez tries to play it in, and Girona will clear it once again, although Barca recover. Here's Fermin. Come on, Fermi. Ferminator. Was not the greatest of crosses. Girona want to run here, but Koundé will win it back. Quick recoveries from Barca. Now Fermin. Fermin with a shot! High and wide.
Marc Brau, am I right in thinking that this is also a milestone game for Inigo Martinez?
Oh, you got me. I don't have the stat. But maybe in minutes, you say?
I want to say this is his 400th La Liga game.
Oh.
But between all the games, Athletic, Real
Between
Sociedad
all
and
the
Barca.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I
a lot
think.
of games. A lot of games.
Yeah.
I could be thinking of somebody else, but I forgot to. I honestly forgot to screenshot it. My intuition, though, is telling
It could be. He's been playing for a while.
I know that you told about this before, but I strongly recommend you to watch tomorrow on Barca 1. Inside Barca 24-25, the team that never surrender, with exclusive interviews with Rafinha and Inigo Martinez. And it's interesting to listen
Get it on the screen.
to them. It's interesting to listen to them explaining all what happened
Inside
inside the
Barca.
team between January and March. And it includes everything. Supercopa, the game in Toulouse, exclusive footage, the win in Metropolitano. So I think it's interesting. Also, all those games explained by Rafinha and Inigo Martinez.
There you go. There you
There
go.
it is.
Exclusive interviews with Rafinha and Inigo. Tomorrow, new episode dropping on Barca 1. Inside Barca 24-25. Don't miss it.
You guys wanted to see Rafinha? There he is.
There he is, driving with sunglasses on.
Always.
I like the sunglasses, actually.
That's his thing.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
In that images that you are watching right now, Rafinha says, "I'm in the best moment of my career."
Wow.
That's true.
I mean,
I think we can all agree.
you know.
Right, here we go. Gerard Martin into the middle. Eric quickly gets it to Pedri. First touch pass. Pedri. Fermin, slow burn build up from Barca.
Yeah, they're just bossing possession. Look at that, 75%.
Coming across Lamine Yamal. Lewandowski was waiting for it. Blind heads it away.
I mean, the possession, the shots.
I honestly don't know where the 25.5% is coming from.
Pretty much all of it is in the defensive third for them.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to break through.
That's
Maybe
why Araujo
one or two exceptions.
and Inigo Martinez are all coming up.
Incoming cross by Pedri will go straight into the hands of Gazzaniga.
That's what their possession counts for when it's just him.
I guess this counts for possession. 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Why don't we encourage Barca with some blue and red hearts? Some love for Barca.
10 minutes remaining already.
We haven't scored yet, so some blue and red hearts.
Blue and red hearts. Little hearts. Come on, guys.
This is how the kids do it, Spence.
They also do it this way. That's you. You're the kids.
Why does yours look different? Are you doing... I use this one. Okay.
See, I go like this.
That looks like the heart is melting, Spence.
Mine looks weird. Hold on.
Some appreciation for Barca, some love,
There we
blue and
go.
red hearts. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Where is it?
On
There.
the chat.
Yeah.
And it works because Girona had a long possession ball and finally they threw it all the ball
Wait.
for the good
This-
press of Barca.
Now they have 26% possession.
There we go.
That's a heart.
It is a little hard. I can wiggle. Okay.
Nice close-up, guys.
Let's get a goal now. For Barca, please.
Let's do it. Good recovery from Gavi.
Ball has stayed in this half of the pitch for about 10 minutes straight, minimum.
No, you're red.
More, I think.
It hasn't gone over the halfway line for quite a bit, yeah. Here's Lamine Yamal looking to create something. Lamine Yamal into the middle. Lamine Yamal driving. Lamine Yamal will play it wide to Gerard Martin. Here's Gerard Martin. Last time that Barca played at 4:15, Gerard Martin scored. And I wasn't here.
Oh, was it the Pablito Pequeñito game?
It was the Pablito Pequeñito game, yeah. That's
Yeah,
now.
the first time with you, Spence, and Alex Ibaceta living together a Lewandowski goal.
Yeah, true. The day that the curse was broken.
The curse for us, not for you, though.
Well, it happened after.
With the three of us?
Yeah, the curse has been lifted, hasn't it? All three of us have celebrated a Levy goal
Together.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, it happened.
Ooh, Koundé trying to play it through to Pedri. Koundé recovers.
Ooh, Koundé.
Pedri. Which day was it? Was it at the Metropolitano?
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, it was.
No, but it was
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
It was after Sorloth scored to make it
2-0.
a 2-0 lead. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Alex was here that day.
Yeah, you're right.
75th minute.
I'm with you. I'm hanging on.
It's nap time for all you.
Hanging on.
See, you're,
See, when we played this
it is nap
time,
time. It's like,
it's
I
siesta
do miss
time.
my Sunday 5 o'clock eyes closing moment. Yeah, could use that.
Well,
right, Barca recover again. We need a goal here, guys. We need an energy boost.
I was just gonna say, how do we increase the energy around here?
yeah, because like you said, it's siesta time. We haven't scored a goal. We need
Fire emojis? I don't know.
Chispas.
sparks.
Explosion emojis?
Chispas.
Give us ideas, live chat. Give us some emojis that can give us some energy.
The little
Be creative.
boom.
Be creative. We're open to suggestions.
We have a lot of time right now.
Played. And yeah, it's literally been played in one half of the pitch, this game.
I think they need to try and shoot from
Now the Barca
outside.
fans at Montjuic trying to raise the volume. Here's Fermin through to Koundé into the back of the net. I think it's offside.
Offside.
Okay.
Offside. But do you think it's clear?
I think even Koundé was fairly convinced of it.
It was not. Didn't seem that close at first blush. Let's get a replay just to be sure. He is.
Oh.
I think he's just
Is it
offside.
just the toe?
I think he's only just offside.
Real close.
No, it's confirmed. Very quickly, don't worry. They don't have any doubt.
Rafinha's face.
Ferran did the same. He was like,
Well, okay. Well, we got there. There's offsides, but
you and Ferran had the same.
had the same reaction, yeah.
So that's something that you and Ferran.
No, Natalie even got up.
I got up.
Ferran didn't
I
get
wasn't
up.
even paying
true.
attention. Well, he can't really get up as easily.
Yeah, they need to like take a step forward to get out of that bench.
All right, well,
I
one
think-
step closer to scoring.
I think we're getting a lot closer to that 0-0 halftime score.
Did anyone predict that?
No.
Of course not. Why would we do that?
I don't know. You predicted a 2-2.
He's not going to
Final
forget
score.
that.
No, of course not. I don't expect him to forget. But if I'm right, then what's he gonna say?
I don't want to be right. To be honest.
I don't want to be
Well,
right.
we're not going to congratulate you. Here's
And guys, and Araujo now is asking, why don't you give advantage? Why do you have to stop this?
You can't take down Pedri. That's not
I only
allowed.
back that kind of, well, no, I stopped myself.
Good job, Mark.
Here's Fermin. 5 minutes remaining in this first half, and Barça playing in Girona's half. Surprise, surprise. Here is Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal stepping over the ball, and
so slippery.
They got 3 guys
again,
on
here he is
Lamine.
again, looking for a shot. Lamine Yamal's shot is blocked.
Ooh,
Barça playing in tight spaces here.
Well defended.
very well defended.
Lamine
Hey,
goes over. No penalty, says the referee, and a foul against Barça, says the referee.
We don't see Lamine go down all that often.
No. And he's got his hand on the back of his head.
Nothing.
Well, he
That
was sort of-
hurts.
That hurts,
That
yeah.
hurts. That hurts.
He was sort of clocked by Herrera in the back of the head, although Herrera was like trying to go for the header. I don't think anything will be given there,
no.
but yeah,
That's a crunching challenge, as
Yeah.
they say.
yeah.
Well, I think you can tell that they're all going after Lamine every time he gets the
Oh,
ball. there's
one,
already, like,
one of
3
my
guys on
preferred
him.
songs.
I'm raising my hands for Madrid. This is what Madrid is doing right now. He's telling the stadium to raise the volume.
Louder.
Oh, what a tackle.
Oof! That
Yellow
should be a
card.
yellow,
Yeah, yellow card.
and it is a
There we
yellow.
go.
Big tackle for me.
Fermin.
A tackle on the Ferminator by Angel Herrera.
Well, Barca's close off the goal, but after all, for the moment, 0-0. I think Barca's playing well, but of course, if the minutes are passing, maybe we can get more nervous, so it would be very important to score before the halftime. And now it's a good fall. It's not penalty, but it's very close for the box.
It's a mini
For the
corner.
end. Yeah, it's a mini corner. It's like, if you like field hockey, it's like a penalty corner.
Yep.
That's okay. Patins.
No,
No.
that's
Oh no. Okay, sobre
like yeah,
hierba?
Jesper, yeah.
Yeah,
Jespa.
Okay, Jesper.
the Olympic one.
Yeah, the Olympic sport.
Yeah.
The one where they run, they don't skate.
CC field hockey. Yeah.
Right, set piece opportunity for Barca. Here's Lamine Yamal, ball played inside and in the back of the net, vamos! There you go! I don't know who got the goal.
I think it's Lamine.
I think it's an own goal.
I think Lamine can take credit for it.
I can't remember now. How does this work?
But you know
Oh, no, the 3 goes here. There you go. Will it count for Lamine Yamal or not? But Barca take the lead there. I think it's an own goal. We'll have to see the replay.
Not Krejci again.
Can we see? Right, so Lamine Yamal with the cross, and it bounces off of Krejci, I
Oh
think.
man, that's like his 3rd own goal this season. Or no?
Oh,
or
is
that
it?
Eddie?
I think it was Krejci.
I need to see the other
He didn't
angle.
claim it. Let's see, we'll see here. Replay. Barca take the lead. Lamine Yamal with the cross. And it goes off the hand of Krejci.
That poor guy.
Could you say that was a Krejci goal?
Creative goal.
Crazy goal?
A Krejci goal.
Krejci goal. Madrid, Barca have scored.
Barca scored. I said before the free kick how important would be to score before the halftime, and maybe it's not the best goal of Barca this season.
No, it wasn't.
Maybe it's not
goal's
one
a
of the
goal.
best free kicks taken by Lamine Yamal, but it's a goal. And as Spence said, Ladislav Krejci, who has scored many own goals this season, and it's a pity for that guy because he's a good player. But Barca scored a very important goal, 3rd goal this season, own goal of the other team. The first one was Camara for the Young Boys, the second one was Targa from Valencia, and now Krejci, 3rd own goal for Barca. Be careful with this.
Careful.
And well defended by Eric Garcia. So
And Araujo.
as we said, finally, it would be very important to score. I said it before, the free kick, and I think it could be one of the key actions of the game, that goal score for Barca.
Right, so guys, most important thing right now is this.
The standings.
That gap there.
3 points.
3 points. 3 points. 66 for Barca, 63 for Real Madrid. We're back on top, 3 points. We were on top, but we've got that 3-point advantage with this goal. 3 minutes of added time, Mark.
Yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So one for the goal and the other two maybe for the VAR review.
Yeah. We have Hansi Flick's reaction to the own goal. I can't imagine it's going to be a very energetic one, but let's have a look.
Okay.
Be more like a...
Just a fist.
Hey!
Oh, okay. Just think he was like, did it count?
Yeah. Hey!
That's the third own goal for Krejci this year in all competitions. It happened
I remember one against Feyenoord.
It happened
Spence?
twice, yeah, and then another time in the Champions League as well.
That is a Krejci stat.
But I like that play. It's good.
Yeah,
It's a young one.
he's been their best signing this year for sure.
Guys, Barca have scored, taken the lead. Should we do it like the kids do it?
Hearts
Do it again.
in chat.
There's some blue and red hearts on the chat, no? Do it. Do it. Blue and red hearts on the chat.
Do it.
Do it, guys.
Do it, or else.
There you go. There you go. Blue and red hearts. Support Barca on the live chat. We're in the final 10 games of the season in La Liga.
Oops.
And
Microphone. Sorry. My bad.
every point, every goal, every minute is important right now. So let's celebrate. Let's celebrate that Barca have taken the lead in this game.
Porta escuta el pit.
You should sing that at the stadium. They should have you before the game.
Careful, here we go.
Come on.
Fermin down the left. Not Fermin, Pedri, sorry, Pedri. Cross.
That was almost another Krejci own goal.
You know,
He's supporting Barcelona. It's good.
I'm starting to worry about my game commentary and the way my brain is processing information. I was clearly seeing that Pedri was the one running there with number 8 on his back, and my mouth was saying Fermin.
Oy.
My voice was saying Fermin as Barca defend this situation now, and there'll be an offside call.
Oh, okay.
What do you think that is?
What do you mean?
I was clearly seeing that it was Pedri making that run down the left. I saw that he was wearing number 8, and,
Right.
and I was saying Fermin.
I think you just have so
I
much
did say
information.
Fermin.
You did.
I said Fermin like 5 times.
You have so much names
Half-time,
and
guys.
information in your head.
Half-time in Montjuic, so I think it's a first half play by Barca. The most important thing is that we scored at the end of the first time, maybe one of the luckiest goals we have scored this season.
Yeah, you need some luck
But
sometimes.
Time
Yeah.
to rest, and for the moment, we are doing our job.
Alia says, if Spencer's prediction is correct, 1 point has to be taken away from him. Where do you keep your points?
I will reveal that information
In
if
the
it
fridge.
becomes relevant.
Okay. Right, well, Barca are ahead. We are 1-0 up at half-time, guys. It was...
Oh, did you just take it?
It was a first half that started out with good chances for Barca and then gradually slowed down as Girona played very deep and Barca tried to attack, and it was played in only one half of the pitch. It was a bit of a grind, a bit of a slow burner this first half, but we are 1-0 up, and that is the positive news. Did you like it, or did you dislike it, or was it just sexy? For me, it's a thumbs up, because up to, 10 shots, 4 on target is a good first half.
Oh.
Domination of the possession, guys.
Well, we could have scored more. Right? Thumbs up. I would like to see more, but like you said, all those shots, we had quite a few opportunities. All of Girona is defending, and we need to score goals. We need to win, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm putting thumbs up also. That was for type of first half that might not have been the prettiest, but in terms of game flow, it gave you exactly what you were looking for from Barca's perspective. They were consistently on the attack. And it doesn't always have to look pretty.
Yeah, we just gotta get the job done.
It's just gotta go in the net. That's it.
Benji the Goat says, who scored? It was an own goal. It was Girona own goal. Krejci put it in the back of his net. Set piece, crossed by Lamine Yamal, went off of Krejci, and it ended up in the back of the net. And
Vladislav.
I do want to end this first half asking Xavi, our Barca legend, who's with us today, if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Xavi, good? Thank you. Xavi enjoyed it. Well, Xavi would enjoy it because it's a 1-0, and we won the league with Xavi as coach.
True. This is player Xavi.
1-0 in most games.
He'd probably want a 5-0.
I hope we get a 4-0 because Barca official intelligence predicted.
Okay.
I'm going to see if we can go for my prediction. Right, guys, we are going to take a couple of minutes here in the studios to gather our thoughts, but we are leaving you, as always, with Pablo Wolves with the halftime quiz. Do it, Pablo.
Hello Culés, hello Barca Live fans, welcome back to yet another half-time segment here. Hope you're all enjoying the game. The games are coming quick and fast right now, aren't they? Loads and loads of Barca action, and that means loads and loads of half-time quizzes and also a sneak peek into the content we've got available for you, not just on Barca One, on the YouTube channel too. Maybe some of you are watching this live show on YouTube, some of you through Barca One. Whatever it is, we've got loads of content available to show you away from the matches. First of all, I want to talk about Barca One because we always talk about Barca One too. It's got loads of content on there. And people always ask me, you know, how do I get on Barca One? How do I see all of the stuff you guys make? I'm going to show you how easy it is because on there you've got exclusive interviews, all of Barca Athletics live games. You've got, of course, the Barca Live shows on there, a daily Barca news show, a new little documentary series that we've got coming up very soon that I know you're all going to enjoy. It's really simple. I have it on my phone. You come over to your app store, you type in Barca One, it'll be the first thing that comes up. Once you have it available there, you hit get, install, download, input a verification code, put in your profile name. It will ask you what language you want the content in. Once you've entered that, you're into the platform. It's one of the most simple download processes. I can't recommend it enough, and you've got everything on there. Of course, away from Barca One, as we love to show you, you've got FC Barcelona's YouTube channel too. They've got, of course, match highlights on there. They've also got funny pieces of content like the one we're going to show you today. I know you guys enjoy these exploding balloon challenges. I know we've seen clubs around Europe do them all the time. Barca have done quite a few of them. We've quizzed you on quite a few of them too. They've got funny questions in them. We do see our players enjoying themselves. This one's between Pedri and Gavi. I know you're going to enjoy it if you haven't seen it already. Only came out just a few days ago, so make sure you go and check it out. The 3 questions I'm going to be quizzing you on are all questions that were involved and featured in this piece of content. So they're not about Pedri or Gavi. They were all questions that these two had to try and get right. So I want to see if you guys can go up against Pedri and Gavi and get them right yourselves. Let's see then. Question number 1 also is in this piece of content. How many goals did Barca striker Samuel Eto'o score whilst he was at the club? So how many official goals did Eto'o score for Barca? Was it 116? Was it 130? Or was it 139? How many goals do you think Eto'o scored for Barca? Again, if you've seen this content, you may well know. If you haven't, then you're going to be doing your homework for the next few weeks, aren't you? On all the content that comes out on Barca One and on the YouTube channel to make sure you get these quizzes right. How many goals is it? Is it 1, 2, or 3 there? 116, 130, or 139? What a striker, by the way, Eto'o was. I mean, top player. Let's see what you guys say in the chat, though, because I can tell you right now, it was 130. 130 official goals for Eto'o with Barca. Not a bad return at all there. Wasn't there for a ridiculous amount of years. That's a pretty impressive return from Samuel Eto'o, the Cameroonian striker there. Question number 2 then. Also, Pedri, by the way, said this was an easy one. He said this was easy in the video, so let's see if you guys find it easy. What kit number did Sergio Busquets wear on his Barca debut? So when Busquets debuted for Barca, what kit number did he have on his back? Was it 1, number 5? Was it 2, number 16? Or was it 3, number 28? Which one could it be? Maybe think about when players come up through the ranks of the youth teams, what numbers they usually have on their back. Is that going to give you a clue? Are you going to get maybe caught out on this one? Let's see, though, because Pedri, like I said, he said this was easy. Gavi got this one, and Pedri said easy answer. So let's see if you guys find it easy, too. In 3, 2, 1, I can tell you it was number 3. It was 28. It was when Busquets came up from the youth team, debuted for Barca, and he was indeed wearing the number 28 shirt. Of course, usually the first team is 1 to 25, and then you've got the youth players who come up and take the rest. Final question, then. Here we go. Can you get 3 out of 3? How many appearances Did Pedro Rodriguez, the winger, the legend of Barça, get for Barça? Not Pedri. Pedro Rodriguez, the winger, the man who scored in the Champions League final, of course, a player who scored in all the big games for Barça. How many appearances do you think Pedro got for Barça during his time at the club? Was it 1, 311? Was it 2, 321? Or was it 3, 330? Pretty big amount of appearances, whatever it's going to be. But what do you think is the correct answer? 1, 2, or 3? I've given you 3 options there. Let's see what you guys think. I reckon a few of you that you guys are going to enjoy, and then I'll send you back to those on the live. We'll see you very shortly again. For now, it's been a pleasure. Take care and enjoy this.
¿En qué año fue la última erupción registrada del volcán Teide?
1800,
Más.
1900,
Un poco más.
1912,
Un poco menos.
1909.
Sí, muy bien.
Toma.
¿Cuántos goles oficiales marcó Samuel Eto'o con el Barça?
Tu día, hermano. 100,
Un poco más.
105,
Más.
120,
Más.
150,
Menos.
140,
Menos.
135,
Menos.
130.
Muy bien. ¿Cuántas paradas de bus había en Barcelona en el año 2024?
3000,
Menos.
2000,
Un poco más.
2500,
Más.
2600,
Un poco más.
2620,
Muchas más.
2650,
Menos.
2633,
Un poco menos.
2630.
Menos.
Hola, hola, hola. 1-0.
The exploding balloon challenge between Gavi and Pedri. Look,
Hola,
like the guys had fun.
hola.
Have you ever played exploding balloons? Do you think
No,
you'd
but
be good?
I'd like to.
We should play exploding balloons on the show one
That'd
day.
be fun.
I'm good. I'm down for it.
Do a halftime segment
Let's
with
go.
exploding balloons. Maybe a bit more entertaining than this first half, which, in terms of the numbers, possession, chances created, can be deceiving because Barca did everything correct, really and truthfully, but yet it wasn't the most entertaining of the first half. So why is that?
Because this is a different Girona team compared to last year, where last year's team was just, we're going to come at you with possession, we're going to just slip through the lines, and it's going to be a back-and-forth game because we'll leave ourselves susceptible on the defensive end. They've committed themselves to defense, and for the most part in that first half, it worked for them. They were blocking everything, and Barça weren't able to get through and put shots on target really to test Gazzaniga, minus the one chance that Araujo had that Gazzaniga made a really nice save. They got a garbage goal, which helps. So now that you've got a lead, it's going to force Girona to come out even further in the second half to try and make their way back and get something from this game.
In a way, it was similar to Thursday, Natalie, because Osasuna did sit back quite deep. Girona were just a little bit more organised than Barca. Just had to find ways to get in, did create the chances, but that has slowed the pace of possession and just rhythm of the game really down.
Yeah, and I think it's both similar in terms of defense, but I think Girona, like you said, much more organized, and they're blocking everything, whereas I don't know if we had more luck against Osasuna, but they were able to somehow break through very easily. And hopefully now that we have the goal, and like you said, Girona will have to try to come out, we can find more space and create more goals because we're dominating. They could be good goal after goal, but obviously we're just not getting any luck. But maybe it might be time to bring out Rafinha.
Yeah, that's a...
I mean, I would like to have
shout.
him be rested, but with the games like this, we need to lock it down and score more goals.
But football is a funny game because if we compare to last night's game at the Bernabeu, Madrid looked like a weaker side and they had chances, but Leganés took the lead because they took their chances. And today, while it hasn't been flashy and it hasn't been much of a back and forth game, you're 45 minutes in, you've got the lead. That's where you want to be.
Best player of the first half. Who would you go with?
Pedri?
Option 1, Pedri.
That's what I
Option
was
2, Fermin. Option 3, Lamine Yamal.
I don't know. It's been a weird match, so it's like could be any of the three.
I'm starting to fall into the trap where if I can't find a player that sticks out
It's
to
Pedri.
pick, I just
It's
pick
Pedri.
Pedri because that
Yeah.
means he's been doing everything right.
Well, he was helping in the defense as well. He was
Yeah.
all over the place.
Big recoveries.
Yeah, Pedri is just the default answer.
That's why
to
the
everything
crowd
now.
screams his name, chants his name.
I think it feels like by default in both Champions League and La Liga, he gets MVP now as well, and he's having a monster season. I'd like to shout out Fermin as well, who got the start today, and he's
Yeah.
been creating, he's been looking for it, he's been energetic. He almost had a penalty for Barca, which then got overturned. And I've liked his energy. I've liked his chance creation. He's had a couple of shots that have come close, a couple of shots blocked as well. So for me, Fermin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
I'll say Lamine, just because he's Lamine Yamal. He brings his magic every time. He's getting there. He's getting very close, but as soon as he comes close, there's the whole Girona defense on him.
He had a couple of little weaves, like in the just right around here, where he was just dribbling around everybody. That's just doing what he does.
Right, let's kick it over to Marc Brau at the Olympic Stadium. Marc, thoughts on the first half, and who was the best player of that first half for you?
Well, the thoughts of the first half, I must say that Barca played very well. It's not that kind of games that we lose at the first part of the season. I think that we deserve more difference on the final score, but it was very important to score before the first for the half-time. I think that Barca deserves at all to score that goal, and well, for me, Pedri, as usual, is the best player of the first half. Lamine Yamal, of course, played very well 15 minutes. He took the free kick that finally was the Barca goal, but I think that when Barca plays well, it's because Pedri is playing well, and that last games, everything happens when Pedri touches the ball. So I think that it's a very collective, well-played game, but Pedri, as always, is the biggest star today. I'm just looking to the pitch. I see many Barca players just warming up, and I have right now some interesting numbers. I have the attendance. 48,258 people here. It's the best attendance in La Liga. Only the game against Bayern Munich had more people here in the stadium. So as we said, perfect day, sunny day, Catalan derby. Everything is fun today for Barca fans to come into Montjuic to watch that game. Let me explain you how many Barca players are on the bench. Remember that players like Rafinha or Frenkie de Jong start on the bench today. Let's gonna see if Hansi Flick would like to make some substitutions at the beginning of the second half. Today, remember that on the bench we have Pau Cubarsí, who was fit also the game against Osasuna, but Hansi Flick said that it's better to rest a little bit more after the injury that he had with the national team. Also, we have Balde, we have Ferran, we have Ansu, we have Rafinha, we have Iñaki Peña, Pablo Torre, Pau Victor, Frenkie de Jong, Diego Cochenan, Héctor Ford. These are the players on the bench. Remember that Marc-André ter Stegen, Marc Bernal, Andreas Christensen, Marcus Aldan, Dani Olmo are out due to injuries. So for the moment, there's no substitutions. I see no players on the tunnel, but the most important thing, Robert, for me are two things. That Barca played well, that Barca is playing in the good rhythm, with good ambition, just pushing Girona inside their own box. And the second thing very important is that we have scored in a very crucial moment. Maybe it could be the key of the game.
Marc, while we've got a couple of minutes still before the players come out, have you got anyone there behind you? Lovely afternoon. Have you got anyone, any social media managers, any cats, any...
No, for the moment, I don't have nobody there. Well, I see Cat here. Just
Where's your hat,
already
Marc?
come with me.
Aren't you- is the
No, my
hat
friend
missing?
is there, but the Cat just is now doing the dance cam with Montjuic. So you can do the same thing.
Cat is a
Now,
good
in the
dancer.
screens of Montjuic, people has to dance in the same way as Cat. So come on, Spence, Natalia and Robert. Why do you don't dance like Cat is dancing
How's
right
he
now?
dancing?
Yep.
He's
the
clapping.
cat-
This is what he's
cat
doing.
dance. This is the cat
Oh,
dance.
I
Is it
like
like
this.
This is the cat dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have more of a different vibe here in the studio.
It's just not for me.
not for you.
He's a good dancer though. There's like
What
the-
are you talking
No,
about?
not
It's for the
here.
kids,
No,
Spence.
but at
It's for the kids.
You have to watch at some of the beginning of the games. He does like a whole dance routine, and there were people who lifted him up in the air. Have you not seen that?
Are you nuts?
He's a good dancer.
But no.
Also, is is Cat like burning because it's really hot?
Yeah, Marbrau should wear some sunscreen.
Oh yeah, cover up, Mark.
You're looking a little red
Yeah.
already.
SPF, baby. Go get him.
Factor 50.
Yeah.
Well, as you see, Kat is not ending his dance. I think it's because there was just a prize. I think that Kat gave someone some tickets, maybe for the next Barça game here in Montjuic.
Oh.
So, well, as you see,
Why
today
were
it's
we
like
not
very-
made aware of this?
Today, I must say, no more Kat, more me. Today, I have to say that it's like a very familiar day here in Montjuic. Many families, and as I said, 48,000 people here, the best attendance in La Liga. I have to compare between the game against Espanyol and today, because that day I think also we were 48,000, but we have to take a look of the 100. So in a few seconds, I will confirm if it's the best attendance in La Liga so far. So for the moment, I see Barca players on the pitch. Don't show you, Uri, we cannot show, but you can show me what's the players.
Where's your hat, Mark?
Many camera for me.
Said you had a hat.
No, I have a hat, I have a cap. Carlos, sisplau, si em pots donar la gorra? I have a cap. I have
Oh,
a
there you
cap.
go.
I have
Oh,
a
Barca cap.
Yeah, it's a Barca cap, of course.
Should we wear a Barca cap?
Yeah, this is the
Looks
cap.
like we get some options.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the cap that the club gave to me in the summer for the summer tour. I think it's a little bit small for me. I have a big head.
Xavi's throwing
and
his
it-
hats.
But I have to say that I'm the kind of person that that kind of
Quiero
hats or
este.
caps
Sí, sí.
don't fit me. I know, but to me it's not too looking good. It's just for the sun. So,
Okay.
But after all, I have to say that I see Barca players on the pitch, and let me count them, and I think that there's no substitutions. So we are waiting for Girona players to go on the pitch. Maybe it's because they are better without the sun, but after many games played at 9 p.m., it's good to play at this time right now.
Ooh,
We have capped up.
What?
Spence, you are wearing a kid's.
I was gonna say, isn't that the kids one?
I like the kids one.
Yeah.
You have to put it on the max size
You have a kid-size head.
The cap is at its
limit.
Wait, spit out.
Maybe it's because it's for
Drop some hat
children.
emojis on the. Wait a minute. Which hat do you prefer? Wait a minute. I'll type up the question. You talk, guys.
I think it's
Yes.
nothing. Just telling us to talk. This feels like kind of like a trucker hat, you know.
I was gonna say kind of like a child wearing a baseball hat.
Well, baseball season did start this week. What if we go?
It makes me think
back?
of that movie, The Sandlot.
Oh, great movie.
I love that movie.
I don't know how many people here have heard of The Sandlot. Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, artificial intelligence.
Oh, we're trying to talk here.
We're talking about The Sandlot.
Have you
You
ever
heard
seen
of The
that movie?
Sandlot? You've never seen it.
I've heard of it. I haven't
You
seen it.
You should watch it. There's multiple. Have you ever seen the sequel?
By the way, speaking of.
No.
Oh.
Oh, that's what the angle.
Scary. We entering like a new dimension?
It looks like there's a filter on it.
Oh.
That's weird.
The angle makes you have a big chin.
I haven't seen The Sandlot. What I have watched, guys, is this new show that everyone's talking about, Adolescence.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to plug the platform that it's on. Guys, that is scary stuff. I mean, I know we all have social media, or most of us have social media. Be careful, just be careful with it and the use of it. Scary stuff.
Is that the one where the whole episode
It's
is
shot
It's
one
shot in-
shot,
yeah.
cut.
one
One
camera,
sequence.
one sequence?
Yeah,
On
exactly.
camera. Right, guys, second half has started. We are all wearing hats. So, question? Which hat do you like most? Mine, the red hat with the
But
Barca
I also
crest?
have the cap.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, but we only have 3 options and we can't show yours
Okay,
anymore,
It's like
man.
the VR review that it's not an option for the first cap.
Okay.
Correct. Spence, can you show your hat?
The children's one.
Children's hat? I like it is a cool design.
Yeah.
Natalie?
I have a more casual look, more minimalist.
Yeah.
Art
It does flow perfectly with you.
It goes with my
Your
shirt.
outfit, yeah, yeah.
It was all planned. Me and Chavi talked it out before.
You and Xavi
Yeah.
did like a little fashion
We got a little coffee. We're in the sun.
reunion.
Yeah. I give him some style tips sometimes. He doesn't really listen.
Right, Mark Brau. No subs, yes? Confirmation?
Confirmation, but many Barca players warming up. Uriol, please, you have to help me. No Koundé, we can show Koundé. So please, give us the names.
Ferran, Frenkie, Pau y Valde.
That's all.
Okay.
Do we need the shark to come out?
Oh, look out.
Here we go. Lewandowski making the run. Second chance for Barca. Lamine Yamal, the shot goes wide.
There we go.
Shot at the near post.
We need more of that.
This is why I wear the cap backwards, because Lamine is a child.
That's true.
And it's easy to forget that he's a child because he does things that grown men can't do.
He's a child.
Man is 17 years old.
I didn't know this, sorry. Official Phoenix says Happy Eid Mubarak, which is the end of
Ramadan.
which is
Oh,
today.
happy Mubarak.
Happy Eid Mubarak.
Happy Eid Mubarak.
Yeah,
To everybody watching Barça Live who celebrates.
Exactly. Well, Lamine Yamal
Yeah, Lamine
one who was doing Ramadan.
Guys, I have the stat. I can confirm that today is the third best attendance of the season and the second in La Liga.
Nice.
Against Espanyol, there were 600 people more.
And we still got the Clásico to go.
Yeah,
True.
but against Espanyol, it was 48,843, and today is 48,258. So against Espanyol, there were 1,600 more people, but it's good. It's good. Third best attendance of the season today.
You think they're gonna fill Montjuic for the Clásico?
You don't think so?
The best
mean,
attendance
maybe
is
there's- maybe there's a couple of seats.
50,312. 50,312 against Bayern. Was the best.
Corner kick, Barça, incoming cross, Pedri, the ball headed away. An early second goal would be very important here, guys.
Yeah, we need to get the ball rolling, and like in the first half took us a long time to score goals. We need to start doing that now and just keep going, because otherwise it could give Girona the opportunity to try to make some danger, which I don't
Just
think will happen, but
At this point, get the second one out of the way.
yeah.
And that way you play with a little bit more cushion, because as long as it's a one-goal lead, the game
Yeah.
sort of sits
Only
on.
one counter.
Yeah.
One goal is, oof, it's too
Ooh, a
risky.
little touch by Fermin to Eric Garcia, who plays it wide to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal cutting inside. Lamine Yamal
Lamine.
going to try and play it into Lewandowski. His pass was intercepted. Barca will recover through Pedri. No. Now Girona looking to get out. Look, high press from Barca. Lewandowski chasing that one now. Gazzaniga will play it out.
Oh, well done by Gerard.
Gerard Martin keeps it in. Good tackle by Gerard Martin. Good defending by Gerard Martin. Now another chance to attack for Barca. Here's Gavi into the box. Fermin cuts to his left. Fermin with a shot high. Another chance for Fermin. I like the game he's having, Fermin.
I would actually say that that's very unlike him.
For it to go so high.
Yeah, you've got him right at the top of the box on his left foot. I'm pegging him to hit the target
Yeah.
11 out of 10 times.
Who will be the first substitution? Ferran, Rafinha, or Balde? I would say Rafinha.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
But
Ferran
Rafinha's not warming up, guys.
super sub.
True.
We might need some shark energy.
Maybe some sharp energy. Yeah. Here we go. Fermin running forward. Fermin out wide. Lamine Yamal. Here we go. We can smell it coming. Here's Lamine Yamal. The overlap of Koundé. Lamine Yamal with the cross. It's cleared away.
I saw you guys breaking out some shark energy the last time out. I was watching the program.
Oh, were you?
And I saw what happened on your heads.
On Natalie and Adrian's head. Mm-hmm. Not mine.
What are your thoughts?
Oh.
Is that a shark? It's eating you, Robert.
Get that shark off me. Get that shark off me.
You didn't like the hats, or you did?
I thought they were
They're good.
interesting.
Well, they're not our hats, they're Llorence's.
Yeah, the Llorence's hats. He's on
We
the,
were borrowing them.
on the Catalan.
But I liked it.
Barca Live.
So you went over there,
Stole them.
them.
They were brought to
Went and
us.
Gave them back. They were brought to
actually.
us, yeah. Someone else. We had someone else
Steal them.
go and pull off the heist.
Got it. Inside job.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Adrian said it was really hot, though.
How angry is Mitchell right now with that cross direct from out of bounds? So definitely, of course, it's only 1-0, but Girona is very uncomfortable today on the pitch, and I think it's because of Barca.
Alia has a couple of remarks that she has made on the live chat.
Okay.
Want to see where this goes. Throw in Barca. Okay. Alia says, any new Catalan words, Robert? Spence, I will
Oh.
Defer to me.
defer to you, yes.
Okay. Can it be anything?
I think
And,
so.
I mean, as long as it's not like anything
Bad.
rude or bad or offensive. Or...
No, it just doesn't have anything to do with football. But it's a word that I learned recently.
Which one is?
That I enjoy because it's very easy to remember.
Yeah.
And actually, I've asked a couple of Catalan people what the word is in Catalan, and they know it in Spanish, but a lot of them actually struggle to get it in Catalan. When an airplane takes off, to take off,
Yeah.
in Catalan,
S'enlaira.
despegar in Spanish.
Oh, careful here. Girona have equalised. There you go. There you go. There it is. There it is. We said 1-0 is a dangerous result. The game was in a comfortable spot in terms of how Barca were dominating. But
Bring on the shark.
all
Bring on the
Girona
shark.
needed was one chance. Danjuma into the back of the net.
Danjuma, who only have scored one goal in La Liga with Girona. He scored twice in 2 games with Villarreal, the 2 first games of the season. And I don't know exactly what happened. I just take a look on the pitch and I see Danjuma just 1-1 against Tech.
Yeah.
That put in the ball to the far post.
That's what
I
happened.
don't know exactly what happened.
That was my experience with it as well. It's a quick recovery by Girona.
They are going to check this for offside.
Quick pass by Blind. Yeah, I
very close.
think he was. I think he was on.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Nice finish by Danjuma. Quick chance for Girona. Quick recovery. It's 1-1. Okay, whole new game.
Okay,
Right, here come Barca.
we got to get right back into it.
Or here come Girona because the pass was intercepted. Now Girona all of a sudden energized.
I said just a few seconds before, I see Girona very uncomfortable on the pitch.
Yep. No.
But I don't know exactly what happened because Barca is pressing well this game. And well, maybe it's because of the offside line. It's not.
It was
good.
a ball played from behind, intercepted by Girona. Daley Blind was quick enough to play the ball forward to Danjuma, and Danjuma, well, made the most of the empty space. Good news for Barca is that there's a lot of time left. Let's hope that this doesn't affect concentration, flow of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Barca just has to keep doing what they were doing before this goal happened, but get closer to goal and actually convert it, because now this really complicates things. But they just have to keep playing their style.
But as we said, that Krejci hasn't scored many goals, own goals. I have to say, Spence, you follow all Girona games. Danjuma, who's playing not as good as we can expect before when he arrived. He scored only his 2nd goal in the league.
10 minutes played in this second half. Girona have equalised, and this is turning into a more complicated game that we might have expected at the beginning.
Danjuma has been a lot better when put into that number 9 role. Mitchell tried to send him out on the wing a couple of times, didn't quite work. But if he's running in behind like that, that's when he's at his most dangerous. That's exactly what you can't let happen if you're Barça.
And this can't turn into one of those, Marc, you will understand me when I say this, one of those ja marcarem games, ja ho farem, eh?
Yeah,
One
ja
of
marcarem
those
games, and rival que no marca mai ens marca nosaltres games.
Yes. One of those, well, we've got plenty of time left. The goal will come, the goal will come, the goal will come eventually, and then it never comes. Here we go, Lamine Yamal driving in from the left, back heel pass to Koundé with the crosser! The far post, Lewandowski couldn't connect.
So close.
Low pass by Koundé. Bit too much on it for Lewandowski to connect with.
But as usual, all the danger comes from Lamine Yamal's side.
Yeah.
Every time he touches the ball, something happens. So, and of course, many minutes to go, more than 30 minutes. So,
I'm gonna do something for the greater good here.
Yeah, the hats haven't worked. Wait a minute, let's do it on unison. Let's do a 1, 2, 3. No, just get rid of them. Send them flying. So in unison.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Out of here.
They didn't work. They didn't work.
Did not
Maybe
help.
taking them off didn't work either because Girona have the ball close to Barca's box, incoming cross by Asprilla.
Oh my god.
It's a bit tight and warm here.
Okay. Don't like where this game's going right now.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it's time to bring on Rafinha.
First substitutions on Girona. Porto, a player who scored twice against us last season,
Okay.
will come in. Will be the first player to come in that game from the bench. Let's gonna see maybe Asprilla can be an option to go out.
Getting a little bit of audio too.
Yeah, it's
Audio, Mitchell and
crazy.
Yeah.
I think what I heard is si tienes que bajar por Koundé, pues lo haces.
Yeah.
You have
Just
to go.
demanding all effort from
Yeah, do what you
Porto.
gotta
We
do.
can honestly run all day, I think.
As we said, Asprilla will be out. That player with the number 10 of the shirt on the shirt, and Porto will come in. One of the heroes of the first part of Girona in La Liga in 2017-2018, and as I said, he scored twice in the game in Montilivi last season.
Porto knows what it is to score against Barça. Did it last season. Did it in the first season.
Unfortunately.
Right. 58th minute. No subs made for Barca yet, and we need something to overturn this. We need some love, some appreciation for Barca, so let's do it like the kids do it again.
Hearts of hearts.
Blue and red hearts. Blue and red hearts. Tommy Serem del Barça.
2 of them, 4 of them.
Oh. With the cross.
Okay.
Blue and red
All
hearts.
11s.
Do it.
We need that energy.
There you go. Fill the chat with blue and red hearts. Support for Barca. Love for Barca.
2 new
in
Barca
this
players.
remaining half an hour.
Guys,
Who's
hands to
coming
play
on?
things that we have to energize something. So, time for Frenkie de Jong.
Yeah.
Time for Ferran. Not for the moment only Ferran. Yeah, Ferran and Frenkie. So
There we
Frenkie,
go.
Ferran and
That's
Frenkie.
what I was thinking.
New
That's
players
what
to
we
get some fresh legs on the pitch.
Fresh legs, something in the midfield a little bit.
need. Yeah, we need some.
I mean, no Olmo, no Casado, and it's starting to show.
Incoming
Oh.
cross by Lamine Yamal. Lewandowski with that header, leaving it on for Gavi. If I had to make a prediction, I'm going. Oh, Eric Garcia with a shot! It's the post.
Eric Garcia.
Gone wide.
Eric Garcia in the game that he played 100 as usual. Barca, the team that hits more times the post in Europe. Another post. It could
I
be,
like that.
Chance
could
for
be
Eric
fine
there.
for Eric to score in 100 games with Barca against his former team last season. It was a great shot from out of the box. Great action by Eric. Direct
My
for the
prediction
post.
here is Eric and Gavi maybe, because we've seen more of Fermin than Gavi really. But I don't know. Maybe Fermin is the player taken off.
Maybe.
No, Fermin is on the pitch.
No. The substitutions.
Okay.
That I'm predicting that it will be Eric and
Oh, Lamine.
Gavi taken off, but it might be Fermin. Nice pass by Gerard Martin to Gavi. The cross by Gavi to the far post. Fermin up in the air. Lewandowski. Lewandowski! Scrappy goal, but it counts.
A goal is a goal.
The Pichichi on the hour mark. What an important goal, guys.
We needed that. The game was getting complicated. The man. Pichichi.
He's the man. Lewandowski scores right before the substitutions.
He's
Give
still in
us
the
2 fist
crowd.
bumps on the live chat. Let's see the replay. Nice cutback by Gerard Martin. The cross by Gavi. Fermin heads it up in the air. Lewandowski fights for it, and
How did
a bit of an
he-
acrobatic finish.
Bit of a bicycle
That's
kick.
really pretty.
Woo, through the legs of
Through the
Gazzaniga.
legs.
Wonderful goal by Lewandowski. The Pichichi scores, Mark.
The Pichichi score, and there's no need to some different penalties to score, as other players has to do. Another goal scored by Lewandowski, 24 in La Liga, 37 this season, and 96. Only 4 goals to reach the 100 goals, and this was a faith goal, guys, because when Fermin touched the ball, I thought that Gazzaniga, the centre back of Girona, can get the ball easier, but Lewandowski, with a lot of faith, go with all the energy with the ball, touch the ball with the right foot, and he scored a very, very important goal. As I said, 24 goals in La Liga.
Lewandowski can go.
And I can confirm that for the moment the substitutions are not made.
And a Fermin assist again for Lewandowski.
Yeah, Fermin assist, but I'm very close to the action, and I think that Gazzaniga thought that maybe the defender would touch the ball, and the defender thought that Gazzaniga will grab the ball. And Lewandowski, with a lot of faith, put the foot just at the right time, at the right position to score in the far post, the second goal of Barça.
Right, live chat. Fist bump emojis?
Fist bump.
Spence, I see you're low on energy today. Do you have enough energy to do what we do when Lewandowski scores?
Oof. No, listen. I'm doing the Ferran against Valencia celebrations today. I did the Lewandowski fist bump, and.
Should we let the Barça official intelligence do?
No,
You do it?
It has to be done.
It has to be done.
It has to be done.
It might have to be done after this.
Hold on.
Lamine Yamal is driving into the box, so he has 2 defenders on him, trying to squeeze in between. Lamine Yamal,
Whoa,
Lamine
whoa,
Yamal.
Come on.
Foul called on Lamine Yamal. Right.
It's foul, but there's nothing.
Okay, Spence.
We're looking.
Do what we do when
Yeah,
Lewandowski scores.
we're trying to win
Do
a
it.
title today, so that's all that matters. So
Do it.
Let's get it. Come on.
Do it.
You got this.
We popped the net like Lewandowski. Dovski, El Marcaria dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale al ballone che lo enrosque. Rosque, we popped the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
There you go. There you go.
Mic drop.
Careful, 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 careful. Girona.
Careful.
Attacking
There
at
we
Alfort
go.
Players corner. Right.
And let
Right,
me
Mark,
explain,
another-
let me explain that Ferran and Frenkie were warming up just a few seconds, and then Hansi Flick again said to them, come to go to the pit. So maybe after the corner, finally, Frenkie de Jong and Ferran will come in.
I still think it's Eric and Gavi who get taken off, especially now that Fermin has assisted Lewandowski. I think Fermin's having a great game.
Yeah. To be honest, I
7
haven't heard very
assists
much. We haven't
by
seen Gavi
Fermin
very
this
much.
season, guys. 7 assists.
And 2 games in a row, as you were pointing out, that he's assisted Lewandowski.
Yeah, today the celebration was not the same as the other day, and I think that today it's more important, the goal.
It wasn't as clean of an assist today.
Yeah, but it's been messy goals today, but they're goals nonetheless.
But these two teams, ever since that 0-0 3 years ago, they tend to play pretty fun games. We've seen that every.
Oh, here we go, Lewandowski!
Lamine Yamal was just alone in the right place, but when Pichichi like Lewandowski have scored a goal a few minutes ago, and
I think you
he's
take it there,
close
though.
to the goal. Yeah.
I mean,
So well,
that was a good
substitutions.
opportunity.
Substitutions, guys. Gavi is taking off,
Oh, and Fermin.
and Fermin. Yeah, Gavi
Oh.
and Fermin. So
Pedri moves forward, right?
Oh.
Eric, Pedri, and De Jong will be the
Eric de
midfielders.
Jong and Pedri moves forward a bit. Or maybe you go to a classic 4-3-3.
Maybe rest Fermin for the Atletico match.
We got so many games coming up.
Yeah.
But I saw in the live chat a couple of people saying, let's get the Shark on.
Yeah.
We needed some shark energy, and he's a super sub, even though he scored the other day starting.
Round of applause for Gavi and Fermin. Round of applause, guys, for Ferran Torres and for Frenkie de Jong. And there's a corner kick for Barça.
Oh, shark attack happened.
Incoming cross by Lamine Yamal. Careful.
We got the
Do we
shark.
save the hat for if Ferran scores?
Is
or
this
do
a
we try
hat?
and invoke the goal. Do we try and make it happen?
Is that it's
It's-
already out now.
It's not really a hat, I think.
It's
Lamine.
Is it a hat?
I think it's a hat. You just put it on.
Should I put it
the
on?
heart with the shark
Do we
biting
wait?
your head off.
Should we
No,
wait?
go on. Go
Go?
get him.
Are we going?
Okay.
Weird hat.
Yeah, we'll try and make this happen.
That's.
Mark,
No, it works
because
with your color scheme again.
Ferran How many games in a row has he scored now?
Well, he has scored 3 goals in the last 2 games, 2 against Atletico and 1 against Osasuna. But the good start of Ferran is he's the 3rd scorer of the season for Barça. 37 for Lewandowski, 27 for Rafinha, and 14 for Ferran.
In 2025, he scored quite a few. Lewandowski stretching out. What an acrobatic finish.
Yeah, and
really one of his best
and
finishes.
through the legs as well.
Little
It's
nutmeg
faith.
of
For me,
Gazzaniga.
it's a question of faith for me. Other strikers maybe cannot go to that kind of balls. It's like, okay, the ball is for the goalkeeper. And Lewandowski has had the faith to go for the ball.
And you have to say, like, the best goal scorers are the ones who assume the ball's going to get there, even if it doesn't look likely. That's what happened yesterday at the Bernabeu when Bellingham jumped on that ball off the crossbar. It happened now as Lewandowski decided, you know what, the heck with it.
Yeah,
I'll give it a
take the leap
shot.
of faith.
Yeah.
Speaking of Robert Lewandowski, that means that goal is his 96th for Barca. Wait a minute, we'll have to postpone this because Lamine Yamal is going to play it forward to Koundé. Girona will clear. He's scored 96 now with this goal.
96,
When will Robert Lewandowski reach 100 Barca goals? Will it be in the Atletico Copa game, which means he might have to get 1 or 2 more today and then 2 against Atleti? That's a bit optimistic. At Leganés, which is sort of in between, or in Dortmund, which would be fitting.
I don't think he's going to play at Leganés
Okay.
with all of the games going on.
In Dortmund would be a nice story.
That would be interesting.
Mark, when do you think Lewandowski will reach 100 goals?
If we follow the streak that Lewandowski is right now, I think it would be in Leganés. For Atletico Copa, no, but maybe in Leganés. For Hansi Flick, there's no rotations in all the games, and yeah, maybe it's a game that maybe he can rest. We take a look on the schedule, but now with the 5 substitutions, maybe he can play some minutes in the second half. For example, that happened against Osasuna, so I will go with the second one.
Leganés is the game sandwiched in between the Dortmunds, right?
Yeah, so we have Atletico Copa, Betis next Saturday. Big game today, Betis Sevilla. And then Barça Dortmund and Leganés. So this game and 4 more is Leganés.
I think he'll score against Dortmund. 100th goal, being in a Champions League game is
Corner kick.
quite nice.
I think that Gazzaniga was wrong. It was a cross
So-
from the other side.
We'll get the corner in a second, but I did just see a comment from Alia that we'll get back to because we got some subs, Mark.
Yeah, 2 new Girona players are going to get in, but let me wait until the connectivity is speaking.
Corner comes first.
Mitchell has to change something, let's go.
Corner comes first.
All right.
Come on,
We'll
Shark.
cross it in. I see the Sharks' eyes.
Shark. He's hungry.
He's definitely
Okay.
thinking of he's hungry. He's hungry for goals.
All right, now the subs come.
Stuani and Solis, right?
Yeah, Stuani and Solis, 2 offensive players, and Tsigankov is out. Yangel, I think is the other one.
And Artur.
Artur, sorry.
Okay.
Artur, we didn't talk about Artur.
No, first game back, right?
Former Barca players, yeah, first game back. And well, I think it's a good player for Girona, but today it's not a game for him.
No.
He needs the ball. He needs his team to have a lot of possession. So well, that the substitution is very offensive. John Solis is an attacking midfielder. He plays in the midfield spends, but also he scores goals. And Stuani is the legend of Girona, so we know exactly how he scores.
Maybe a 3rd goal would help now
Yeah.
with Stuani and Porto on the pitch.
Oh, we said a second was going to help, and now after Girona got 1,
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah. You need a 2-goal advantage at least. Here's Lewandowski. Didn't anyone say 2-1? Mark?
I say 3-1.
You said 3. Natalie, you said?
I said 4-1.
You said 4-1. Okay. There's Pedri. 1-2,
come
Ferran.
on.
Lupa.
A lot of
Whoa.
traffic there. Frankie de Jong doing some keeping up.
Way to keep it.
Possession. Now here's Frankie. Ooh,
Oh,
careful. We got a little slip. Barca managed to keep possession. Lamine Yamal knocked over. Free kick. Spence.
I saw a comment from Alia
Yes.
that said, Spence, we need another hit like the Lewandowski rap.
Yes.
And I'm here to tell you that we're not so far away.
Exclusive information.
We're not so far away.
Breaking.
And by not so far away, I mean we're real close.
Wow. Do we have insider information?
Let's take this free kick.
He's going to cross it in. Two players went up for the header. No one contacted. 72nd minute. Careful. Let's see if Barça can just contain Girona here. As they try to play it long, and Danjuma will pick it up on the left, the goal scorer for them in the equaliser. Danjuma through to Miguel. Miguel, who knows what it is to score at Montjuic. It was half cross, half shot, went over the crossbar. Right.
Let's just say the wrap.
The Lewandowski wrap, yeah?
The Lewandowski wrap was one hit. What's coming next? I don't think y'all are ready.
Are we saying that you will no longer be a one-hit wonder?
I don't think y'all are ready. I'm just telling you right now, and well,
But is
it's written. Let's put it that way. It's written.
Is it
it's
about?
done.
Is it about another player, or is it about
Why don't
Lewandowski?
you answer the question that's on the screen?
Oh.
Oh, Spence, there's a question on the screen.
Yeah.
Well, read it out to the audience.
Oh, I see. Who do you think is the subject of the new rap? Is it Lamine Yamal, Pedri, or Levy 2.0?
I don't think Levy needs a 2.0. I think we pop the net like Lewandowski is solid.
Yeah.
It's like
You can't beat that.
I would like to have a Pedri song, because Lamine Yamal has a song.
every day we love him more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here is Danjuma taking on Koundé. Danjuma inside, the cross cleared by Araujo, corner kick. Girona, the game is in an uncomfortable spot, guys. I'm going to say it's Lamine Yamal.
And the stadium is making the wave, and I don't like fans to make the wave when we're winning only 2-1.
Not a good idea. Stop waving.
I feel like it's Lamine Yamal as well.
Yeah? We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, can't
I
confirm anything.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Drop some musical notes emojis.
Do we know when
for the rap?
this song will be
Right.
dropping?
We are, hold on, first comes the corner, and that's
Long, high.
everybody.
This season? Will we hear it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, we're talking, at this point, a matter of shows.
Matter of shows.
Matter of shows.
Matter of Barca lives. Today, obviously not. I would say Wednesday is a possibility. I would stay tuned.
We've
for
got
Wednesday.
special stuff coming on Wednesday.
That's very soon.
I would say stay tuned because Wednesday is a very real possibility. If not,
Oh, you did have that. You did have that tune.
so I wasn't a one-hit wonder.
You were not a one-hit wonder. I'd forgotten about 44 croquetas.
Yeah.
Julian
Me
Moreno
too.
says, Spencer going platinum.
You could just drop an album at this point. An EP.
Yeah.
Jeff Siegel says, would the subject be Papa Siegel?
Is that your dad?
How's Papa Siegel doing?
Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Papa Siegel's good. Papa Siegel's just chilling in Arizona, living there now.
Arizona. I was born there.
It's a nice place.
A lot of connections with Arizona in this show. I don't like where this game is. Danjuma crossing it in. Barca scrambling. We need a third goal.
Yeah, and please tell the people that it's not a good idea making the wave with the 2-1. I said
no,
twice.
no, stop
I
Mexican
don't want
waving.
to say the third one. And they stop. Thanks, fans.
Stop doing the wave.
Tell Kat to tell them to stop.
Yeah. We need a calm sea. No waves.
A calm sea.
Yeah. Calm ocean.
It is because people always do the wave in like the worst moments.
Yep. It's like commentators jinx.
It's not real.
It's like the
real.
it's like the oles.
That maybe.
Olas and oles, no.
I'm gonna take off
And
the
no
hat
ollies
for a bit.
either.
I don't think it's
People say
helping.
ollie, no. No. That's only like a local reference here. People, instead of saying hola, say ollie.
True.
I say Oli sometimes.
Here we go. Frankie de Jong driving
3-on-2.
forward. Frankie de Jong just take it yourself. He goes to Lewandowski. Lewandowski
happening?
cross back. Lewandowski shoots one. Come on! Lewandowski makes it 3-1. finds Lewandowski. Lewandowski cuts back. And Lewandowski puts it in the back of the net. Give us some fist bump emojis on the live chat to celebrate Barca's third goal. Robert Lewandowski, the Pichichi, makes it 25 and counting this season. 97 for Barca. Marc.
25 goals this season, the Pichichi. Yesterday, Mbappé scored twice, and today Lewandowski is the answer. I don't know if he was nervous before the action. What an action by Frenkie de Jong. Going on the action, just with the ball from one side to the other side, and then passing to Lewandowski, control with the left foot, and then with the right foot, putting the ball for the far post. This one, yes, not the first one of the game, but one of the best goals this season. Big counter-attack, great action by Frenkie de Jong, great run by Frenkie de Jong, and as we said, Lewandowski, 25 goals in La Liga, 38 this season, and guys, 97 with
Might be the Atletico Copa game.
He could get a hat trick today.
This is what we were talking about at the beginning of the game, by the way. We were saying that back line just backs off, and it wasn't Fermin because Frankie's in the game now, but he just took all of the space, and Lewandowski says, Kylian Mbappe, you scored 2. You know what?
I can do the same. Let me try.
I might even score 3.
Hold my drink.
We'll see, because there's time left. By the way, Coquelin, I saw that Hansi Flick reacted. Let me know if we have the reaction. In the meantime, Spencer Siegel.
It's very big. I can swear that this is one of the biggest reactions of Hansi Flick this season, guys.
I feel like we owe it to the Barca official intelligence.
Okay.
Don't cop out.
Don't give them too much credit.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, let's see.
It's Frenkie de Jong show right now.
Okay.
So
he has, sure that we didn't.
Today he has magic on his foot.
Do we have a ball? Is there a ball somewhere?
They're
under the table.
Ball. All right.
You got this.
We're ready. Come on.
Like Lewandowski. Dovski, El marcaría dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale al balón que lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski.
Dovski. There you go. Lewandowski with Barca's third goal, his second of the afternoon. Will he score a hat-trick? Will he not? Ooh, who knows? Substitutions for Barca. First the subs, then we'll look at Flick's reaction.
Yeah, take a look. So, what do you want to do
Girona
first?
making their subs.
No, Barca 2. Barca 2. I see Pau Cubarsí and Balde ready to go in. So I see Gabriel Misejuy. This is the player who goes in on Arnau Martinez. This is the substitution on Girona. And for Barca,
Oh.
as I said to Barca. We cannot show the game, of course. This is because we have to show you the fans. But I don't know what happens. The fourth referee has a lot of job today. Íñigo Martínez is out. So Dylan Dakari is out. The centre back. Some rest for him. And Pau Cubarsí, also good news to have Pau Cubarsí in. It means that he's fine after what happened with the national team. And Eric Garcia is out. Another great game of Eric Garcia. 100 games with Barca. He was very close to score against Girona. And now let's gonna see.
Yeah, how are we playing now?
Gerard Martín is the other. No.
I think Balde's playing as a winger.
Yeah, Balde's playing as a winger. Yeah. So it's Araujo, Cubarsí centre back, Gerard Martín left back on the right back, and Balde's playing as a winger. Yeah.
Yeah. Frenkie de Jong and Pedri in midfield. Ferran, the attacking midfielder, Balde, left winger.
This is also a center-back pairing that I'd like to see get a little bit of time together, too. I think it's important because Inigo's been playing with Araujo and with Cubarsí, but I'd like to see Araujo and Cubarsí playing together.
Shall we take a look at Hansi Flick's reaction to that third goal?
Yes.
Might as well.
Do it.
Do it.
Yay!
Look with lots of jumps.
Yeah, lots of
Fist
jumps.
pump.
A lot of hopping.
Yeah, because he knows that that's game over.
I think it's one of the biggest reactions. He was very happy. Very happy with that goal.
And most important of all right now is this following question.
Yes.
Do you think that Robert Lewandowski will score a hat-trick?
I said it earlier. I said yes. I think because my prediction was 4-1, so I was hoping for a Fermin goal with a Lewandowski hat trick. But I'll take an own goal and a Lewandowski hat trick. So.
Okay, I'll go yes. I'll be optimistic. I'll go yes.
Can I change my answer for the question about when Lewandowski will reach 100 goals?
It's set in stone.
It's already been submitted into the history of this program that will be cemented on YouTube forever.
Yeah,
But
and
it could be against Betis, and you don't give me the option.
yeah, true. I said in Dortmund, which is like even further away than Leganes. I'm going yes, and I am also going. I'm also fist bumping. I didn't fist bump before on the live chat, so I'm going to fist bump.
Fist bumps in the chat.
Oh,
And
are
guys,
we all believers?
Boom.
Are we all hat-trick believers?
Yes. Will
Remember
you?
that
Okay.
you have to follow, guys, always my secret numbers. It said that 25 times Barça have scored 3 or more goals this season. Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Will
Another
it be
one.
3 or will it be more?
Okay.
I think it'll be more.
I see Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, Lamine Yamal wants another one.
Also the Pedri.
Yamal through to Pedri.
Nice.
Go Pedri, go Pedri.
It's pretty.
Pedri down the right-hand side, decides
Follow
to
him,
come
follow
to a
him.
halt.
Guys,
Hey.
we talk about Lewandowski, but what a run by Frankie de Jong with the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Conducció, Robert. Conducció, I don't know what's the word.
Yeah,
but
he just drove with the ball.
Yeah,
The way
he could've
that he
gone for
dropped the
himself.
ball from box to box, and many people here was nervous in the stadium telling Frankie de Jong, shoot, shoot. But yeah, it was definitely the best idea to pass the ball from Levy. And then, as I said, very nervous Levy to finish.
Yeah, no, he seemed extremely nervous. Didn't know what to do with the ball at his feet. Couldn't quite decide.
Yeah. But he made the right decision, so.
Right, we have 6 minutes remaining, and it's
This game is
3-1.
going by so
Guys,
fast.
it's a Sunday afternoon for us here, but where are you guys celebrating this Barca win from?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, we're winning at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Pablo Torres coming.
Oh, Pablo Torres coming on
he
against
will
his
be-
former team.
He will be the last substitution for us.
Also, give us the flags of your countries, guys. Where are you watching us from?
And what time is it?
And what time is it?
Robert.
What?
I thought we were going to escape him.
What
What?
does he possibly have to say?
Robert.
His prediction is wrong, right?
Yeah, prediction's
We
wrong.
are playing some beautiful football, but
Ahí está!
There you go, the tiburón!
Ahí está!
Shut up, Barca official.
I can put on my hat.
There you go. Put it on, Natalie.
There you go.
Do it.
¡El tiburón! Ahí está.
Natalie, your prediction.
Oh, I know. Straws.
Oh, oysters.
Oysters. There we go.
Ferran Torres keeps his scoring streak alive, and it is now 4-1. El Tiburón. Spence, what do we do when the shark scores? Do I say, ahí está,
El tiburón.
ahí está,
El tiburón.
se la llevó,
El tiburón.
se la llevó,
El tiburón.
no pare, sigue, sigue, no pare, sigue, sigue, no pare, sigue, sigue. El Tiburón has scored 4-1, Mark.
And this is an interesting goal of Ferran because with this goal he reaches 40 goals with Barça. 40 goals for Ferran Torres, 15 this season. He is still the third scorer. And when you were talking with the official intelligence, Robert, I said ahí está because the first ball was for Lewandowski. But when a shark sees something and his hunger, he goes direct from the ball. He touches with the right, he shoots with the left. Going to the goal, 40 goals in his Barca career, 15 this season. And another goal for Barca, another goal for the Shark. Third goal in a row.
Give us some shark emojis on the live chat to celebrate that Ferran
Shark.
Torres goal. As Pablo Torres come on for the final minutes, another 4-1 4-1 win for Barça against Girona.
It could
Oh,
be.
yeah.
How many? I'd like to know how many times a result from the first half of the
Oh,
season
yeah.
was the same in the second half of the season 2 years in a row against the same opponent.
Oh.
Last year it was 4-2, 2-4, and this year it looks like it's going to be
1-4, 4-1.
That's a good question for Mr. Mark Brown.
Yeah, Mark, I'm counting on you for that one.
We even interrupted the...
Which question do you want me to ask?
Don't worry about it. It's very confusing.
So last season it was 4-2, 4-2 for Girona, and this season it's 4-1, 4-1 for Barça.
Yeah,
So
but,
how many times has that happened?
No,
Same results.
not a lot of time, but knowing Hansi Flick, if I ask him to him, he will say,
He's gonna shrug.
okay.
You know what's, apart from the 3 points, of course, and that we got it done late, and that we didn't like melt under pressure. That image right there is the best
Rafinha.
image for me today. Rafinha, no minutes, 0 minutes for Rafinha, rested legs for Wednesday.
That's what I was just gonna say. Ferran scoring. Rafinha hasn't had to come on. Beautiful.
All right, yeah, oh yes, I see some flags on the live chat. Let's restart that. Where are you watching us from, guys? Flags from your countries. Where are you celebrating this win from? Barça official intelligence.
It was interrupted.
Please not interrupt.
Hey, we are playing some beautiful football, but I'm more beautiful.
Is that
Well,
it?
well, debatable. Debatable, no.
It interrupted us to say that.
You know, they did. I think he did.
Oh, good.
Hold on.
Balde.
Hold on.
Said they were going to score
Balde
5
driving forward.
goals.
Balde.
Artificial intelligence.
Dispossessed.
Well,
He ran himself into traffic,
yeah.
I think.
That is a penalty.
Are they gonna look at
I
that?
think the Girona player got a touch on the ball first, though.
I didn't see
think that
it.
maybe there's contact, but the referee, who has a big level, as he has shown today, thought maybe that first Balde was just laying down before the contact. Guys, I have an extra stat for you, and I think it's one of the most impact stats that I have. Please give me a number. We talk about the number of games that we scored 3 goals or more.
4 goals or more?
4 goals or more. How many games?
Oof.
Quite a bit.
45.
It's double digits. 25, you said?
No, 25, 3 or more.
Oh, okay.
Be careful, be careful.
Careful. Here we go.
I'm telling you,
Lamine Yamal
Barça
driving
official
forward.
intelligence predicted 5 goals.
Lamine Yamal from the edge of the ball. Oh, dear! The shot hit the crossbar. That would have been such a beautiful goal.
He wants a goal today.
That would have been such a beautiful goal.
My sweet
And
Lamine.
it almost looked like it crossed, like bounced that back and crossed the line, but
That's Yamal, y'all.
Right, okay, Matt. Oh, it hit the crossbar and the inside of the
Down,
post. Mark, I'm saying it's double digits, definitely. Games with 4 goals or more. I'm going to go 18.
13.
18.
I was thinking 12.
No, I say 13. No, 14.
It's 18, but in Metropolitano we scored 4, 19. And today we've scored 4. So 20 of the 45 official games played by Barça
What a
this
team.
season, we scored
That's
4 or
almost
more goals.
disrespectful.
Where is the total, where are we at total goals right now? In all competitions?
139.
139?
Yeah. And today we are over 18 La Liga, 82 goals in La Liga in
And
29 games.
Which is the highest scoring season?
I think it's 190.
Oh.
The 2011, 2012, the last
that's
with Pep
when-
Guardiola on the bench.
Messi scored like
himself
90.
100.
Yeah, which is. I'd like to go back and watch all of that.
That's Messi level. Hard to-
Balde playing it through. Lovely ball by Balde. Here's Gerard Martin.
Oh.
All poked away from him from behind. He
But for
sort
me,
of
this
ran
is
out of
stat.
steam.
This stat means how many things means this stat? 20 or more. 20 games scoring 4 or more goals. For me, is the stat that is everything that Hansi Flick wants for his team. Always more and more.
Yeah, keep going. And in the variety of scorers that we've had this season as well.
I think the referee could probably just blow the final.
Yeah, Gazzaniga seems like he's had enough.
The way he literally just kicked that ball out.
I think we're.
We didn't say that. 5
game's
minutes of
over.
added time, and Barca's closer. And well, another day that Lamine Yamal, for the moment, he has not assisted and not scored, but
he's created so much.
He has to be one of the best players of the game.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, in fact, we have to say that the first goal, he was relation. He took the free kick.
He was an assist to Krejci.
You know, this was the way ultimately this game was supposed to go. There was a slight bit of intrigue, but in the end,
Took us a bit to
The
get
game was
here.
at an uncomfortable spot at one point. Here's Balde takes it to his right. Oh, Balde! Shot with his right foot.
And Lewandowski's like, dude!
Lewandowski's like, hey, I need my hat trick here.
Yeah, I'm
Lewandowski
trying
in
to
the far
compete.
post. In the far post is just like he's doing the same thing that Lamine Yamal did with Lewandowski just a few minutes ago. I have to say that I couldn't imagine just 20 minutes ago that the end of the game would be so easy for Barca. After the 1-1, for me, it was like, we have to focus.
Even at 2-1. At 2-1, Girona were pushing us.
Yeah.
The last 15 minutes of this game has just been
It's all Barca.
a mockery.
Headed by Lewandowski goes high over. Right, guys, we have a post-game show coming. No highlights today, unfortunately. But, Mark, we will have reactions from the players and Hansi Flick.
Yeah, for sure. In a few minutes after the game is ended, we will talk with one player in the Super Flash on the pitch, and then we will talk with more players and also with Hansi Flick. Maybe you can write some questions, and if I read it, maybe I can ask some questions. But definitely Spence, I would say the 4-1-1, 4-2-4, 4-2 for last season. Compressing.
Well, coming after the final whistle, reactions, interviews with the players. We'll hear from Hansi Flick as well, and we'll talk a little bit about what's coming on Wednesday. Right, we're in the final minute of this game. Do we have the drum roll sound effect? There we go. Camera on Natalie,
Okay.
if you get your prediction right.
Oh.
We'll hold
okay.
the drum
Sorry,
roll
what
for
is
the
happening?
remainder of the game.
Okay.
Are you nervous?
No. But it'll be the first time I get my prediction right. So, fingers crossed.
Barca will have the last attempt.
Barca will have the last attempt at the counter-attack.
Here we go.
Do it, Natalie.
And it's very clear.
It's you or Barca official
4
intelligence.
against 2. It's 4 against 2. Ferran out
one
wide.
or the
Lamine
other.
Yamal. Lamine cuts. Lamine shot deflected. Lewandowski is so frustrated. He wants
Lewis
a goal.
best friend for you, Natalie, just to get the prediction right.
Right, camera back on Natalie. Drum roll. Will Natalie get her prediction right? Will Natalie
Come on, guys.
her prediction?
Well, I'd be happy if they scored, but I don't like that.
1, 2, 3. End of the game, we won. We're still the leaders of La Liga. 3 points ahead of Real Madrid. Congrats, Natalie. Congrats, Barca fans.
Yay!
There you go. Well
My
done,
first-
Natalie. Well done, Barca. Well done, Maribel. We'll talk to you.
I thought you were-
I'm
after
bowing
the
down to
game.
you.
Oh, well, in the post-game show, rather.
Yay!
Round of applause for Natalie for
Thank
getting her prediction
you.
correct.
My first time.
Now this is a high five.
There we go. Thank you. Woo!
Not worthy.
Well done. Okay, another win for Barca in La Liga. The streak goes on, 9 in a row, 4-1. The game more complicated than the result would indicate, but 3 points that make us league leaders in solitario, all by ourselves, all by our lonesome selves. 3-point lead versus Real Madrid at the top of the table. Guys, quick take before we go into the post-game show.
Professional win today. One that wasn't very pretty. They had to struggle through a solid hour of football before they could really get a hold of this game, and ultimately the side with a lot of quality and a lot of form shined through and got their victory. So props for a very nice performance all around by the team today.
Natalie?
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 goals were quite scrappy, but we had to get those goals to break through this Girona defense, and then went from struggling a bit to winning 4-1, like you said. Made it seem like much more dominant than it was, but these are the games that, at this point in the season, we have to win, and we have to keep going like this.
Shark hat worked.
Well, I had to take it off for a bit, but then...
But it worked.
But then it worked.
It did.
So...
Before we go into the post-game show, Xavi Hernandez, did you like the game? Oh, going to 4. Keep it going. Well done. Xavi enjoyed it.
And by the way,
The shirt still, the streak is still going.
8 in a row. I have watched it.
A lot of streaks, a lot of streaks alive still. Right, stay tuned guys, because we are going into the post-game show. A couple of minutes and we'll be back, and we've got reactions from the players and Hansi Flick. So be sure to come and celebrate this 4-1 win with us. Three more points for Barça, and on we go in La Liga. A 4-1 victory at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic in the Catalan derby against Girona. Goals scored. Well, the first was an own goal by Krejci, 2 from Lewandowski and 1 by Ferran Torres to secure those 3 points, which right now means that we have a 3-point advantage at the top of the table ahead of Real Madrid. And guys, joining me here in the studio, Spencer Siegel, Natalie Baresi. It was a more complicated game than the score would indicate.
It just wasn't easy throughout the first hour of this game because there was always that fear creeping in of it's not put away yet. And a lot of times when Barca score 3, 4, 5 goals in a game this year, we've seen it put away before halftime.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case today, and it's not going to be that way every day or else you get spoiled. So they had to dig deep in the final 15. Lewandowski did his thing, a couple of amazing finishes from him and from Ferran. And that's how you get the job done, 3 points.
And Natalie, Spence was saying the first hour of the game, if we look at when the goal was scored, the third goal, it was even later than that, 77th minute, and Girona at that point were pressing. And you think back to 1 year ago, maybe that Barca would have succumbed to pressure and let the goal in. And this one defended well, kept its patience, and when there was an opportunity to play the transition, to hit them on the counter-attack, Frenkie de Jong did a fantastic job, led the counter, assisted Levy, and Levy did his thing.
Yeah, I think maybe even this Barca in like November, December might have even fell at least into a tie. But this Barca, the changes worked well, they kept their calm. They got really motivated all of a sudden. They were like, we're not dropping this. We cannot drop points now. Maybe it's because Real Madrid's hot on their tails or it's just that mentality, but they, like you said, were professional and they kept going for it.
It's hard to take you seriously.
With the hat on?
Yeah, the shark hat.
Why not? Look, I have to keep it on. I got my prediction right and Ferran Torres.
You get to wear whatever you like.
Yeah, you do you. You do you. It's your world. We're just living in it right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had to say, I did predict the 4 goals. I wasn't counting on Barca conceding one today, the quick Danjuma goal, which made things interesting, let's say, for a while. It created a bit of uncomfortable tension there, but ultimately Barca got the job done, and it was thanks to the Pichichi Robert Lewandowski, who we'll be listening to in just a few seconds as he goes to Marbrau's position. 2 goals for Lewandowski, and it is now 25 in La Liga, guys.
What were his numbers in his most top scoring season? Do we know that?
I think we'll have to
ask Mark Brau.
He's the one. He's the numbers guy. He's the numbers guy. But he's close to them, if he's not beaten them already.
In La Liga, I'm pretty sure we're right around the number.
Yeah.
It's a quick look.
In any case, he has been decisive all season through, and just as people are always ready to say, well, he hasn't got his juice with him, he comes up and, like today, he scores 2 goals. Robert Lewandowski with Marbrau.
Yeah, we are with the Pichichi, with the top scorer next to Robert Lewandowski. Hi, Robert, how are you? Well, first of all, 9 wins in a row in La Liga, still the leaders. It was a difficult one after the 1-1, but the team reacted incredible.
Yeah, we are very happy because we have this game under control. Of course, we conceded 1 goal, but we know that, okay, we have to keep going. We have to play more offensive even because we know that we will create a situation. We have to score goal, and of course, sometimes not everything's going that we wanted, and the first half we play well, but I think that missed the last pass, the last trying like cross in the box. But still, we know that, okay, we have to keep going, and of course, if you scoring 4 goals and we win at home, you can say that the game was everything fine, and now we can be focused on the next game.
I want to ask you about the second goal, maybe one of the most important. How can you explain that goal? It's like a bicycle kick. It's like it's a question of faith that nobody thought that you can reach the ball. So can you explain how was that goal? How you believe this?
Yeah, I saw that I am behind the defender, and between the balls going like behind the defender, between defender and goalkeeper. I know if I touch the ball, trying to control or shoot on the goal, maybe something happened. You know, in the football, this kind of situation is so important because it's unexpected. And in the end, I think that goal was very important in the end because we came back not to the game, but we came back on winning way, and later we could control the game, trying to score the more goals. And we did, so I think, I'm very happy, not because of my goals, but also of the performance of the team.
Well, explain, let me ask you una última pregunta en español, Robert. Sigues Pichichi de la Liga, no te preguntaré.
Spanish, Lewandowski, you're still the league leaders, scoring 25 in La Liga. You're 3 away from 100 goals with Barça. We're only 3 seasons in. Yeah. I mean, obviously, to reach 100 goals with Barça is an objective of mine. It would be incredible. It would be spectacular.
I
need to score a bit more, but if there's another game in which I can score 2 or 3 goals and reach 100, then yeah, that would be amazing. And this is a big objective of mine. I mean, look, we've got a lot of games still to go. You know, for me and for the team, the most important thing is that we go to win every game. Now we want to get to the final in the Copa del Rey. Then we've got more La Liga games, Champions League games. We always want to play our football. You know, we always look to the next game.
The words of our striker. I want to score maybe a hat-trick next Wednesday in Metropolitano. Why not? Robert Lewandowski, 97 goals with Barça, 25 in La Liga, the Pichichi.
A Pichichi with a smile on his face, which is the most important thing. 2 goals today for Robert Lewandowski, 25 in La Liga, 97 rather, all-time for Barca. And as I was saying before, there's a certain sector of football followers, let's say, that are always ready to say, he's getting on a bit and he's lost his juice, and then he just pops up and does what he did today, score and be decisive.
He just always comes through, and it's this year that we're seeing it under Hansi Flick, that just every time he gets a chance, you would expect a professional, a top professional, to maybe convert half the time, but he's doing it constantly, every game. And he's answering Mbappe, because you asked the question earlier, is it better if Barça play their games first or they play after Madrid? You know, what would you prefer? And Mbappe scores 2 yesterday, and Levy says, no, it's all right.
I can do that.
We're good.
And a variety of finishes as well. We saw the quality finish at the Metropolitano in the 4-2 win a couple of weeks back, bringing the ball down quickly and like on the turn with his left foot, putting it in the back of the net. Today, that sort of acrobatic finish, which only him could have believed in it, really. He was the only one who believed in that action. And then just a nice, calm, collected finish in the 3rd goal.
Yeah, I think that comes from just his experience. He scored so many goals in his career. I don't know the complete total, but he has so much experience. He just believes in himself, believes in his teammates, that the ball's going to get to him and that he can score from any which way. And he, like he said, he says it's his job to score. He has to help the team, and he'll do it whatever part of his body he needs to move to get it through the goal, he'll do it. And I think he's just a very calm, professional guy. He's never really too crazy, never really too mad. He's just confident, calm, chill.
I think he's important as well, especially in games like today, when Girona sits so deep and there are so many bodies inside the box. You need someone with that instinct to chase the ball like he did in the 2nd goal. Someone to sniff out the opportunity.
Yeah, well, just to move.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that the ball will find you when you get into the box, but the best strikers and professionals know that in order to get that opportunity, you've got to seek out the space. And when Girona or a team who decide to pack it in don't give you a lot of space, then that gives you fewer options to go seek it. But he manages, even in the tightest quarters, to find a way somehow. And that's what's exciting and spectacular about what he's done this year.
97 and counting. And Manu Brau is next to another Barca player who played the entirety of today's game, and that is Gerard Martín.
Yeah, next to Gerard Martín, good game played by Barça. So first of all, is everything right with you? Yeah? Okay, the camera is saying that it's okay, so podem començar l'entrevista. Gerard, què tal, com estàs? Bona tarda.
Gerard, how are you? Good afternoon. Great game. You know, the team fought right until the end. It was complicated, 1-1 though, right? Yeah, they played well, to be fair. I think we got better as the game went on. I think we played well at the beginning, but we just didn't have so much clarity. But in the 2nd half, we changed the chip and it was clear. It's now 9 consecutive league wins. It's incredible, no? Yeah, the truth is that right now we're in a really good dynamic. We know that everything that is to come is really important, and we can't let the league title escape us. How important was it in this game, you know, in a game where you're so superior to get the goal before the half-time whistle, and then of course go on to get 4? Yeah, I think the character the team's got, you know, shows that even if they equalise against us, we know we can come back, and that's spectacular. Just us talking about Lewandowski, you know, it's spectacular, you know, seeing him now and how easily he does it. You know, I mean, yeah, for him, goals just come easily. The first one was spectacular. Gerard, just about you. Another game starting, another game with a lot of minutes. Can you believe what's happening? I mean, no, at the start you don't think it, but I mean, look, I've been working all year long and I take advantage of the opportunities and I hope to keep going.
Gerard Martin, happy player today also in the starting 11, playing very well and commenting how incredible, unbelievable are the numbers also and the way that Lewandowski is playing.
Mark, now that I have you here in the interview area, let's get your analysis, your take on today's win for Barca.
Well, I think that this is something that adds to Gerard Martin in Catalan. I think that today it's a quite similar game from the game that we played against Osasuna. For the first minute, the team was very focused. It was not that kind of game that happened in the first part of the season, that it took many time to generate some attempts. The first goal was one of the key, but for me the most important thing today is the mentality of the team, because after the 1-1, there were some minutes that the team was not playing so well, and then of course we have some individual action. Sometimes when the team in collective part is not one of the best days. Today, the team played well, but that moment, the team was like, there we have the individualities. We have Lewandowski, we have Fermin, we have Lamine Yamal, and at all, finally, the last score could be maybe a 7 or 6-1. So the most important thing is the way the team is focused in every moment of the game, and that is stat that we commented at the end of the game. In 20 games this season, of the 45, the team scored 4 or more goals. I think that it shows the hunger of the team in every game, in every minute. It's no matter if we win 1, 2 or 3 of the difference of the score. And of course, that we are not pressed by Real Madrid. Yesterday, we know what happened in Bernabeu. Real Madrid won, but today Barça shows a good image. And the stats, guys, 9 consecutive wins in La Liga. 9 consecutive wins, incredible.
Thank you very much, Mark. As soon as more players come to your position, we will come right back to you. And guys, a lot of stats that Mark gave us there. 9 consecutive wins in La Liga. The team hitting its stride at the best moment, really and truthfully.
Yeah, and look at the table. I mean, look at the difference in terms of what that means, because this was about a month and a half ago, a 3.5 team race.
Yeah.
Atleti were right next to Barça and Real Madrid. Athletic Club were like 6 points back. And this is what happens when you just keep winning. And they hit that rough stretch earlier in the season. It was Leganés, Real Sociedad, Las Palmas.
6 points out of 24 possible that day in December, and now it's 9 out of 9 in terms of wins. And Marbrao is next to Eddie Garcia, who played his 100th game for Barça today.
Yeah, it's not his birthday, but it's birthday with Barça shirt. Eddie, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bona tarda.
Bona tarda.
De bona manera, no? Celebrar aquests 100 partits amb una
What a way to celebrate 100 games for the club. It was a game that, you know, we won with a bit of difference, but it was complicated in the second half. Yeah, I think in the first half we had the game pretty much controlled, but they were defending very deep. We had a lot of possession in the first half. They pressured us a bit more in the second half, which is a bit more difficult, but I think when they equalised, we left a few more spaces and they're dangerous there. 9 consecutive wins in the league, it's an incredible stat this, no? Yeah, I think it says, you know, what we've been doing, it shows what we've been doing, you know, and now it just depends on ourselves.
No estàs en un camí fàcil, però has arribat a aquesta xifra, i a més sent titular avui jugant.
Your career with Barça, Eric, hasn't been an easy path, but you've arrived at your 100th game. Yeah, this is a journey that started in La Masia when I was very young. To reach 100 games is obviously very important.
No recordo cap gol de fora l'àrea, amb el Barça els que has marcat.
You nearly scored as well. I don't remember a goal you scored from outside the area, but you nearly did. Yeah, it would have been good if I did score it.
Del partido, Eric, haciendo hincapié sobre todo en ese segundo gol, ¿no? Cuando más estabais sufriendo, cuando el Girona mejor estaba jugando, tú quieres
How important was it to get that second goal just as when Girona were coming back? But the team again showed that winning mentality, which isn't easy. It's not. Yeah, I think in the second half, look, we as well as the first half, we controlled the game well. They pressured us a bit more in the second half and got their goal, but you know, we had a bit more spaces, and I think we took advantage of that really well.
the words Javier Garcia in Catalan and Spanish commenting the victory and, of course, reaching 100 games with the Barça shirt.
A great stat for Eric Garcia, and I always think back to the month of January when there were rumours about him maybe not even staying at Barça. And look at him now, starting games at centre-back, starting games as the defensive midfielder, and just performing at a very high level. He could have even scored today from outside of the box. We were talking about the good streak that this team was on, the 9 out of 9, the doing it at the right time, and one of the words is the hunger. Because they just keep going and going and going and looking for another goal and looking for another goal. And yeah, they go through rough stretches through the games, but we saw at the Metropolitano, they were down 2-0. And who would have thought we'd won that game? Today, 1-1 against Girona, all of a sudden the game gets uncomfortable, they come through. And it's happened time and time again this season, and that just goes to show the strength up here of this team.
And that's because everybody understands their role, which when you have a team with so many superstars and so much talent, what happens is players who normally would, on 19 other teams in La Liga, play 90 minutes, more or less, they end up having to play 20 or 15 or maybe even not at all. And guys like Eric, who have been called upon in certain situations like this, or Ferran, who has decided, you know what, I'm going to accept my role in coming off the bench and providing a spark. And there was a stat that was down here earlier about the top goal scorers in La Liga, and you've got Lewandowski and Rafinha, and then Ferran is there. And you go, that happened this year? I mean, if you had told us that at the beginning of the year, we would have thought, if you say so, but I don't know. We're going to need to see proof. And he's done it. There, well, that works. That's fine.
That works. The Shark, Ferran, has scored again, third game in a row for Ferran scoring. And another thing that we should talk about today is the depth of this squad, because today Hansi Flick introduced 4 changes into the lineup. No Rafinha for a second consecutive game. No Dani Olmo, of course, today. Cubarsí didn't start. And the team was still recognisable. This team, in spite of not displaying the best football in the first half, they had 10 shots, 4 on target. They created the chances. They could have been ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it just, like, when I saw this lineup, I was kind of like, I don't know how this is going to go. But they still came out with that same intensity as if there was Rafinha, Lewandowski, that trident, as if it was Casado, all these top players. But they still managed to get it done, and I think that shows kind of what you're saying. All the players know what they need to do, but Hansi gives every single player that confidence to know, like, you're going to get called on in any moment. And we're talking to Marc Brau.
Yep. So speaking of Marc Brau, he is next to Hansi Flick.
Yeah, that is trying to do to me the same thing as the game against Sevilla, but I learned. It's not my coach. Well, it's like my coach, so it's the coach of all Barça fans. Well, I think it looks like you're a happy coach. What a big performance today again against Girona, and of course another demonstration of mentality after the 1-1. The way that the team goes up.
I think the first half was really good, so we missed maybe 1-2 goals more. But you have also to see that Girona defends really well, and also they know how to keep the ball or in ball possession. They are great. I love this idea how they want to keep the ball or play football. It's really nice to see, and of course the mentality of us was really good today. The changes worked well, and of course I'm happy. For 3 points more after this break is very important.
I want to comment you on a stat that for me it's interesting. 45 games played this season so far. In 20, we have scored 4 or more goals. What does it mean for you then?
No, it's like our idea. We always want to play in the offense, want to attack, want to create chances, not goal chances. This is the thing. You know what I see, what I love also from this team. But it's the idea we want. So always, if there's a possibility to score a goal, or try to score.
Let me ask you the last one. And of course, when some things are difficult, there you have players like Robert Lewandowski, who's like kind of that goal for the far post doing a bicycle kick, but difficult. 25 goals this season for him. It's only 3 goals to reach 100. What a player!
No, this is good, and this is why we need him, and also the other players. Now we are really in a good moment, and the matches now shows many players are played and have minutes, and also when Pablo Torre came in, it was good to see. Good to see how he keep the ball, how he's playing football. He show his strength, and it was good to see that, his quality.
Thanks and congrats. Good.
Thank you very much.
Hansi Flick, very happy about the performance of the team, talking about Lewandowski and how happy is with the players who are coming in, talking about Pablo Torre. But it's one of the days I see Hansi Flick the happiest.
I have to agree. Here are some of Hansi Flick's
Count the
reactions
jumps.
today.
Yeah,
How many little jumps?
And the fist pumps.
Okay, wait, this is the first one. This doesn't count because nobody was expecting it.
No one was expecting that first goal, no. But
yeah,
Hansi Flick was definitely very happy, very upbeat. And once again, his changes worked. For example, Frenkie de Jong coming on in the second half made an impact, sort of changed the game as well.
Absolutely, like he came on and instantly, well, it was right when Lewandowski, who scored the second goal? Now I'm lost.
Lewandowski scored the second goal.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is probably the reaction of when the goal went in.
They came on, and obviously that did help, but he came on and he instantly gave the team more intensity, more energy, and he made that incredible run, which you would think he would have tried to go for it because he can shoot from far away. But he made that very smart decision to be like, look, Lewandowski, you take this. And it worked. And then the shark came on.
I wanted to see the little hop skips. I wanted to see the jumping celebrations, but why not?
We're going to have to interrupt this Hansi Flick footage because Marc Brau is standing next to yet another Barca player. He's a busy boy this afternoon, Marc Brau. He's next to Fermín.
Yeah, we are next to Ferminator, next to Fermín. Another assist for him today. Comencem l'entrevista en català. Fermín, com estàs? Ens agrada dir-te Ferminator, ja saps que se't diu a les
I call you Ferminator as they do on social media.
Felicitats per la victòria, Fermín.
Congratulations on the victory. 9 straight league wins. Yeah, thank you very much. I think we played really well today. I think we had lots of chances. It was a shame we conceded the goal, but look, I think we played well and it was a good win. Another assist for you. I like how you celebrated the assist against Osasuna, but today again you celebrated almost as if it was a goal when you set up Lewandowski for that goal. Well, I mean, look, the ball came to my head. I saw him there ready in the middle, and I tried to give it to him in the best possible way. And I mean, he scored a great goal. You know, I celebrate all of our goals like that. That's just how I am. I think it's really important to celebrate goals and also victories.
Continuamos la entrevista en castellano. La sensación por eso es que el equipo tanto el jueves como hoy no eran días fáciles.
The team gives us that these last few games, the one on Thursday, the one today, weren't easy games, but the sensation the team gives is that from minute one, you know, you're always there to win. Yeah, you know, honestly, we don't give any excuses. Not for the.
Ya para acabar también en castellano, Fermín. Sensación de que este equipo no tiene techo, ¿no? Es espectacular la racha que lleváis, seguís como líderes.
It's incredible the run that you are on as a team. 9 straight leagues, league wins. Even after going at 1-0, you show your best version as a team. Yeah, I think honestly we're working really well as a team. I don't think it's a coincidence actually that we're on this run right now. We always go in all together with our way of playing, with our intensity, and in the end we end up winning the games. No, you've got this amount of assists. Well done.
It's fine. In Spanish I said 7 assists. He said it's fine, isn't it? So yeah, it's fine. Ferminator with us.
Marc, stay in that position because we're coming to you in a minute for MVP because, I mean, we've had a fair amount of players. I can't imagine we'll have very many more. But I do want to discuss with Spencer and Natalie first. In a long season, in a jam-packed schedule, you need your Fermins, you need your Gerard Martins, you need your Ferrans, you need those 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th players that are going to give you quality when they're called upon.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we've been talking about, is knowing your role. And the second that those players accept their role here, that's when you do it for the greater good and the function of the team starts to come to light. That's Hansi's vision. It's really, really easy to get frustrated when you're not getting minutes. Fermín is a perfect example. Pablo Torre could be considered another.
Yeah, you saw Hansi Flick saying, oh, I mean, you're happy for Lewandowski as well because of the 2 goals, but you're also happy to see Pablo Torre in the limited minutes that he had today come on and see how he kept the ball, and Hansi's face just lit up when he was talking about it.
Yeah,
like his
he's more
pass.
excited for Pablo Torre than Lewandowski.
That pass in the Osasuna game for Pablo Torre to set up, was it Fermin?
Osasuna.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
and then whipped it across for Lewandowski.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Goal,
Yeah.
So I mean, there's your example. Those 3 guys.
There you go. And I am being told that Madrid may have yet another
He's on fire.
interview in this game. So we'll hold the MVP voting for the minute, because I'd rather do that once we've heard from all of the players. And he's not with the player yet, with the secret player. I don't want to
Mystery
reveal the
player.
identity, just in case it
Doesn't work out.
It doesn't work out in the last minute. But yeah, 4-1 win for Barca, a quality win for Barca, and 9 games remaining, guys. This is coming to an end really fast right now, and it doesn't stop in April.
No, April is very intense, but there's still games going in May. Still, actually, when you think about it, it's still quite a bit of time. But when you say only 9 games left, it seems like it's over already.
Quite a bit of time, but yeah, I mean, 9 games, and very rarely, you talked about this, Spence, earlier in the season, very rarely does it go down to the very end. Sometimes teams, drop points at unexpected times, but who knows? It's a hard one.
On the
to
last
predict.
match day, do we know? The times aren't confirmed for the last.
No,
match day.
times aren't confirmed even in late April.
Those will be, I mean, in theory, they would be played at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
But what I was thinking is, man, I think that match day 35.
Classical?
Wow.
That's gonna be crazy.
Match day 35, and this is where we're at? Are you kidding me right now?
We just did 29 today, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right.
29. So we've got, what is it next week? Betis?
Why don't I just make it easy for
We've got Betis, we've got Leganés, we've got Celta, we got Mallorca.
Nice. Mallorca. And then 1 road game against a very bad team.
Valladolid. Valladolid, and then Clásico.
And then Clásico.
And then Espanyol. 3 days later. 3 days later. Yeah. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
And then we finish the season Villarreal Athletic Club.
Yeah. Well,
Not easy.
let's hope that by then we have the job done, and it's all with a happy ending. Before we go back to Madrid, there's a couple of tweets that we wanted to show. Give me whichever one you want, Jordi Coqueran. First one, 100 games for Eric Garcia, a team photo there on the pitch, and Eric Garcia, who played as a midfielder today, with yet another great performance. 3 goals this season, and I like that one. Unagi, Ferran Torres, the Shark.
The Shark.
He's been sharking it up lately.
Madrid is standing next to yet another Barca player, this time Ronald Araujo.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be the Shark.
Next to our captain today, one of our captains being back with the team in the starting 11. Ronald, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas tardes.
Ronald, good afternoon.
Ha ido todo bien, ¿no? Salió bien.
Everything went well in the end.
Aunque se complicó un poco la segunda
Good
parte,
win, good game. Complicated second half, but it's incredible the mentality of the team with 9 consecutive league wins. Yeah, the truth is I'm really happy with the victory to keep ourselves as the league leaders, to remain with our objective, which is of course to win La Liga. Honestly, I think we played really well today, in general. I think that they were really defensive in the first half, and that made it difficult for us to get the goal. But the team was really good. We were completely switched on, even at 1-1. We still were completely, engaged in the game, and I had a lot of confidence in the team. I knew we would be able to get the 3 points. You've been at Barça for a lot of years. I know it's not easy to compare, but it feels like, it's incredible. Even on Thursday, the hunger the team has from the first minute to win the game. I think what's making Culés the most happy is the mentality of the team, right? Yeah, the mentality of this team is great. The team competes. They know how to get over adversity. There's lots of games we come out losing or drawing, but honestly, mentally the team is always really switched on. We're always completely convinced that we can beat anyone. So for that reason, I'm really happy. We've got a really young team, but we've got a really good mentality. You know, and that helps all of us, that helps everyone. In the next game, there's a chance to reach a final. Obviously, it won't be happy. It won't be easy, rather, in the Metropolitano, but you've got the first final of the season nearly upon you. Yeah, you know, we know how important Wednesday is. Every game against Atleti this season has been really hard. They've got great players who play well in the space, but look, now we need to rest. We need to prepare well for that game. We hope to get to another season. Congratulations.
Happy to see him back. He was with the team last Thursday. He was on the bench finally. Instead, Hansi Flick said in the press conference that he won't be with the team. Finally, he did not play, but today he played for the first minute, and he did it well. He did it well, Ronaldo. Very proud of his teammates, and talking about the possibility to reach the final next Wednesday in Metropolitano, the second leg of the semi-finals of the Copa del Rey.
Right, thank you, Mark, and well, we'll stay with you, as a matter of fact, for Player of the Match.
Difficult one day, another day, difficult one, but well, 3 points it has to be today, of course, for Lewandowski, Obski, El Marcaria and Umboski. I did well. So Lewandowski, 2 goals deciding the game, the second and the third in a game in the second half, in a part of the game that we suffered a little bit. 25 goals this season, 3 goals to reach the 100. So 3 points for him, player of the match. I will give 2 points to Lamine Yamal. He did a score. He was involved, of course, in the action of the first goal, taking the free kick. He hit the crossbar in the second half. A lot of danger from his side. So one of the biggest games also for Lamine Yamal this season, 2 points for him. And I want to give 1 point to Eric Garcia because he played very well in the holding midfielder position at good level. He was very close to score a goal from outside the box when the game was tight. So for him, of course, reaching 100 games with Barça, he deserves 1 point, Eric Garcia.
Thank you very much, Mark. There are his points as Michel heads into the press room. Natalie, give us your votes for Player of the Match, and live chat, give us your votes for Player of the Match as well. We got 3 points for the best player, 2 points for the second best, 1 point for the third best. Natalie.
I gave my 3 points to Lamine Yamal, right? Yes. Because I think, obviously, the first goal kind of was his, but it didn't count for him. But I think every time there was danger, it started from his side. And he had a ton of shots blocked, but he had such a hunger for a goal. He had that incredible shot that hit the post, which would have been an amazing goal. But you can just tell how much either he wants to score himself or he's willing to just drive through the defenders to help his teammates. He's creating incredible runs. He's going all over the place trying to look for space. And it's just so incredible what he does at a consistent level, even though maybe he's not scoring or assisting. People will be like, oh, he's not scoring in the league, but he's still performing so well and helping the team. And his presence is helping the team because the defenders will go towards him, creating more space. And he's just, I don't know, he's just Lamine Yamal consistently performing. And then 2 points for Lewandowski because he showed up, he gave us the goals, he's Pichichi. We need goals to win, and that's what he did. That second goal was amazing, the little acrobatic goal. And then I was going to give 1 point either to Fermin or Ferran, but I was hoping for the Shark today, got the Shark hat. He's been fantastic super sub. He's also a player that has kind of accepted his role. He's like, I'm going to come on when I need to come on, and if you need me to score, I'm going to score. And that's fantastic.
Spence.
They've needed him to score, and he did. And he also gets, for me, a point. I completely agree. I just happened to swap the other two because without Lewandowski's acrobatics, which I didn't think we would be saying much of this year, it's a different game because Girona are still pushing to try and find a way through and maybe get an equalizer after the first one. And I mean, I completely agree with you about Lamine. This kid is otherworldly. It's every week, it's every 3 days, it's nonstop, and we are getting spoiled because this is not normal at all. So those 3 players headed up the attack. Barça score 4 goals, that's the way it should be.
I agree with the first two, and I decided to change it up a little bit with the 1 point, which I gave to Frenkie de Jong, who made a really important impact when he came on in the second half. Gave Barca some fresh legs, fresh ideas, drove down the middle to set up Lewandowski's goal on the counter-attack. And there was a moment in the game, I remember Maribel saying, we're viewing the Frenkie de Jong show right now at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. So good second half for Frenkie de Jong, 1 point for him, 2 for Lamine Yamal, who once again was his creative self, a little bit of wizardry, a few tricks, and an almost amazing goal by Lamine Yamal, the shot that hit the crossbar. Also, of course, the cross that ended up in Girona's own goal for the 1-0. And Robert Lewandowski, without him today, Barca might have been in trouble, but he sniffed out his opportunities and made it 2 goals for him, 25 in La Liga this season, 97 all-time for Barca, and 3 more points. And our totals for player of the match, Lewandowski wins it. 11 points for him, 9 for Lamine Yamal, 2 for Ferran, 1 for Frenkie de Jong, and 1 for Eric. There
How
you
crazy.
go.
No Pedri votes.
No Pedri
anywhere.
votes. Might be the first time in a
Well,
very
he also deserved
long
a vote,
while.
but...
Marc Brau, one last time. I think no more players, but plenty more games ahead.
Yeah, plenty more games ahead, and it could be more players to talk, but it would mean that we have to talk with all the players today. So many players, no highlights today, but many players. Yeah, big schedule, and next Wednesday, as we talk with Ronald Araujo, one of the biggest ones in Metropolitano. Again, we will be back to the place where we were very happy just 3 weeks ago with the last minute goal of Lamine Yamal. And after the draw of Atletico Madrid yesterday, I can imagine a big battle next Wednesday, because it would be the last chance for Atletico Madrid trying to reach a final this season. So it would be a terrible battle. So remember, that was the 4-4 in the first leg. So if there's any draw, we will get to the extra time just to put more minutes on the Barca players' leg. So let's gonna think that Barca can win in the 90 minutes. And then we will play again at home next Saturday, La Liga game against Betis. So Atletico de Madrid, Barca next Wednesday, Barca Betis next Saturday, and then we will play against Borussia Dortmund the other week. So we missed the team the last weeks in the international break, but we'll have plenty of Barca games next days.
We will indeed. Thank you very much, Marc. We'll talk to you on Wednesday at the Metropolitano, hopefully to celebrate that Barca will have qualified for the Copa final. We'll see how that goes on Wednesday at the Metropolitano. And yeah, next 3 games, 3 different competitions. Wednesday, Copa, Saturday, Liga, following Wednesday, Champions League against Borussia. Exciting times, eh? As we enter the month of April. Should we, while we wait for Hansi to come out in the press conference, do a bit of Atleti talk?
Sure.
I think we have
We're
to.
prepared.
Let's take a look at how the first leg went, because we've had a couple of
It was crazy
games against Atleti. And this one was insane, yeah.
30 seconds in, ball tipped over the bar.
7 minutes in, 2-0 down.
There's one.
Oof.
Yay, Atleti go ahead. Alvarez,
Julian.
woo.
Julian La Araña is one to keep an eye on, though.
He definitely, this season, he's shown out.
It was a slow start for him, slowish, but he is gradually...
Well, we've talked a lot about accepting your role as a player, and Atleti are a prime example of doing just that. That's why they've had success. Now they've dropped off a little bit in La Liga, but every player on this team is locked into a specific position. That was a big chance after you were down 2-0 from
But look at that,
or from Ferran.
11 minutes in, you're 2-0 down. And rather than just going into, this is just not our night mode, no, Barca said, okay, we have 80 minutes here.
Yeah, a lot of time. Pedri with one, and this was all created. You talk about Natalie, you say every movement starts down the right-hand side. That's because Lamine Yamal's there.
Yeah. And curiously enough, in this game, we gave them a taste of their own medicine. 2 set-piece goals. One was the Cubarsí header, first ever goal for Barca, for Pau Cubarsí, and the kiss on the badge there.
What a moment to score.
And the second one was an interesting one that came up from the drawing board, if you remember. The Íñigo Martínez goal.
Yeah, that's right.
This is crazy.
It feels like a lifetime.
It does.
Yeah.
4-4.
What was it, a month ago?
Basically, yeah.
Beginning of March, yeah. A couple of clear chances for Ferran Torres in this game, and you notice the difference here now. Ferran, after 3 games in a row, today's finish was just so poised, so
yeah. His only problem in this game was that he started instead of coming off the bench.
Barca had turned it around in the 40th minute. They only needed half an hour to get back in front, and in the second half there were more goals to come. The lesson in these 3 Atleti games this season is game's not over until the final whistle, guys.
No,
all 3 have had goals after the 90th minute.
Play it through to the end. Look at these movements.
Until you hear the whistle.
Could have been a penalty there on Lamine Yamal, but yeah, here more from Barca. The Lewandowski goal, which contributes to his fantastic season. 4-2 was the result, and look at the minute, the 73rd, and it's a parallel to what happened in the La Liga game.
I was going to say,
yeah.
You give and you take, and in this game, Barca gave 2 goals back when they should have locked it down. Now, they took it a couple of games later, but that would have made it 5. That was a real chance for Lewandowski. Good contact would have made it 5, and then all of a sudden, yeah, here you go.
This was an out-of-nowhere goal, really, for Marcos Llorente. The assist by Julian, fantastic, and all of a sudden there, Barca were in a vulnerable situation, and in the final minutes, Atleti felt like they had an opportunity, and they managed to equalize. Look, it happened in the 92nd minute.
Freaking Sorloth, man.
It's always him. Got to keep an eye on him as well.
And that was it. 4-all, all open for the return game.
4-4
a draw
is crazy.
would lead us into extra time. Win either way sends one of the 2 teams through to the final. What are our feelings? What are we thinking about Atleti? Because the last few weeks have not been easy for them. Out of the Champions League, they surrender a 2-0 lead to Barca right before the international break and end up losing that game 4-2 in extra time, or in added time rather. Yesterday they draw their game against Espanyol, and all of a sudden they've looked vulnerable at a very bad time.
Yeah, the La Liga's gone for them. The Champions League is obviously gone, and that was heartbreaking in its own way because of the way that ended.
Yep.
With losing to their arch rivals on penalties with a little bit of controversy. This is all they have left. Is Wednesday night. So they're putting everything into that. You know Simeone wants a trophy.
Yeah.
That's all he cares about right now, is he's got to get something. So it's going to be a great semi-final second leg, and you hope that Barca pull through, but regardless of who pulls through, it's set up for an excellent final one way or another.
And you know that Simeone will want a heated atmosphere at the Metropolitano.
Oh, I think that's already going to happen. That stadium already has a great atmosphere, and for this match, considering how the first leg went, 4-4, and how this is going, and of course, Atletico Madrid. Could cause danger for us, but I think I'm feeling a bit more confident in Barcelona, considering how our league match went against Atletico Madrid and how we've been playing in comparison to Atletico Madrid. But of course, obviously, we have to stay focused. Hopefully, not let those moments where Atletico Madrid gets in the 90th minute, Sorloth comes out of nowhere. We have to stay concentrated for all 90 minutes, hopefully not 120 minutes.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, Barca don't have to play that.
Forgot that was a possibility.
That's possible.
It is a big possibility. I mean, a draw at the Metropolitano is definitely an option. Guys, not to disrespect the Copa del Rey, but out of the 3 titles that Barca are in contention for right now, La Liga, Champions League and Copa del Rey, maybe the Copa del Rey is considered by most the minor trophy. Does it worry you in any way that high-intensity game against Atleti can be too much of a distraction, or that can deter what Barca will do in the other two competitions?
No, I don't think it matters that much. I think
I don't think so either.
These are professionals. They're going to go out there, they're going to do their thing, and Hansi will make the right decisions regarding who's going to play and who's getting minutes. After that, it's just 11 guys out on the pitch doing what they do. And we'll see what it ends up looking like, because then you got Leganés at the weekend, who just played very well yesterday, despite the unfortunate result from a Barça perspective.
And speaking of Hansi Flick, we are waiting for him to step into the press room. Michel's press conference ended, and Hansi just will be in the press room in a couple of minutes, I guess. So time for us to start rounding up here this afternoon of football, this afternoon of Catalan derby, and yeah.
El català correcte passo.
El català correcte passo, Spencer. Always. And
Sempre.
How did the other matches end? Are they playing right now?
On the whole, an important win for Barça to do what we'll show right now here with the standings. Give us a 3-point advantage with 27 points to play and a direct game against our main opponent in this title race, which is Real Madrid. And that game is at home and is to be played on match day 35. So still 5 games to go until that one. 66 points for Barça with 29 games played, 63 for Real Madrid, and as you said, Spencer, Atletico Madrid sort of dropped off here, 9 points away from Barça. I mean, mathematically, I guess it's still possible, but seeing...
It's tricky.
9 points in 9 games is not impossible, but very improbable.
Very. Athletic Club playing right now, 53 points for them. It could go up to 55. Villarreal and Betis seem to have locked into those Europa League and Conference League spots, with Mallorca lurking maybe still with 41 points, Rayo Vallecano, Celta and Real Sociedad completing the top 10.
And don't forget that when you look at the table the way that it is, there's a very good chance that the La Liga will get a 5th Champions League spot.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then on top of that, if anybody except Real Sociedad win the Copa, then that Europa League spot also gets included. So you could be looking at 8 teams making Europe next year, which would take you down to that Rayo spot, and then you got Celta, Real Sociedad in there. So it's a heck of a race as you go further down.
Well, we'll see how it all ends, guys. Hansi Flick has stepped into the press room. Spence, Natalie.
Okay.
A good win for Barca. Spence, I'll see you Wednesday.
See you.
Natalie, I'll see you
on the weekend.
On the weekend. There we go. And you guys, we will be back on Wednesday for the Copa game against Atleti. Late kickoff, 9:30 at the Metropolitano.
Gotta work on Thursday.
The final of the Copa del Rey. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and Visca el Barça.
Hansi Flick scored so many goals this season. How do you value that creativity from the team?
For me, important is that we win 3 points today, and yeah, I'm happy also about the match we played, because you can see the first half, Girona defend really well, and in the second half, after the 1-1, we came back. I think the changes were good at this moment, because I think also we had some players, maybe they are a little bit tired, so we changed them, and was good. The decision was good, and I'm really happy about how we made the goals and also the mentality we showed today also.
Hola, Hansi, aquí Marta Ramon en directe a RAC1. Ara ho deies, a la primera part us ha costat resoldre.
You said in the first half it was a bit more difficult for you guys to create chances. At half time, we saw you speak a lot. To Lewandowski.
Creus que l'has inspirat?
I'm not sure what you said to him, and maybe you feel like you inspired him.
No, I say you have to score 2 goals, and then it's okay. And then I'm okay with you. No, it's like we. I think the first half showed that they defend really well, but I think we try everything, we give everything, we create chances. I think also I don't know about the penalty. It was penalty, it was a foul. I'm not sure about that, okay? Because I haven't seen it yet. But at the end, it's like that. You also have to try again. And I said, okay, come on, please, we need you, and you also motivate the players because they also from the back always to build up, and then through the midfield, and you have to find the strikers in front. It's not so easy when the opponents are defending very deep. So, but we're doing great. I'm happy.
Hola, mister. Bona tarda. Adrià Albeig en directo para el carrusel de la serie Moguts de Ser Cataluña. Hoy Rafinha no ha jugado ni un minuto.
Today Rafinha didn't play any minutes at all.
¿Es solo cansancio o tiene alguna molestia?
Was that because he's tired, or does he have maybe a niggle?
I think more discomfort. I spoke with him in the halftime, and I check again if he's able to play. So this is normally what I do with the players, and he was honest and said, hey, coach, I don't feel so good. And now we have tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and then he train, and hopefully he will feel better. So for the match, maybe he's ready for the match on Wednesday.
Buenas tardes, mister. Alfredo Martínez, Radio Estadio Onda Cero. Ha dicho Michel que su equipo le gustaría que jugara como él quiere y que el Barcelona juega como su entrenador quiere.
Michel says that he wants his team to play like he wants them to, and he says Barcelona do that.
El equipo cree de la regularidad, de que nunca bajan la guardia.
Why do you think it is that your team is so good so consistently?
Yes, this is what I really love about my team, because they always want to score goals. It's always like that. When you saw the counter attack we had, I also saw not only the striker, not only the offense midfield player, was also Frankie de Jong, who was sprinting, I think nearly 90 meters or like that. This is the mentality, I think. Also. The attitude of the team, and it's good. It's good. I think everyone loves it. I think you love it, to see more goals than normal, and of course the fans, the club, everyone is happy at the moment.
Hola, Hansi, buenas tardes. Elena Condis de la cadena COPE. Acaba de decir Michel que ha hablado con Eric García y que le ha dicho que por fin.
Michel just said that he spoke with Eric García and said that finally he's being valued in the team. This winter, there were rumours that he maybe could go to Girona. You said, I want him in the team, I want him to stay. Do you feel responsible for that good news?
Well, maybe I'm one of the pieces of the puzzle, but first of all, he did it really great. He trained good. He's always he's very professional, and also what I love about him is it's like he's well connected with the dressing room, with the players, and of course he can play different positions, and it's good for us at the moment.
Buenas tardes, mister. Felicidades por la victoria. Josep Capella, Radio Nacional.
Congratulations for the victory.
Otra de las características del equipo, ya desde el principio siempre ha sido un equipo que ha marcado muchísimos goles.
Right from the start, this team has always scored a lot of goals, but in these last few months, it feels as if your team not only concede less goals, but also don't give away as many chances. I think maybe do you feel as if now your team has more options of winning titles?
I think at the moment we are on a good way. So I think we improve also in the defense, also making less mistakes, and this is very important. This is very important about how we want to play. So when we have the ball, it's important that you keep the ball and you create chances. And at the moment we do this really good, and you can also see on our defense. So it's I think it's in a better way, and we improve about that. And this is a good thing. A good thing.
Hola, Frenkie,
Hola.
¿qué tal? Frenkie no, Hansi, te quería preguntar por Frenkie.
I wanted to ask you about.
Change with Frankie, but I think you are not happy with that.
I wanted to ask you about Frankie de Jong.
Jugada del tercer gol.
In the build-up to the third goal, Frankie de Jong did an incredible run.
Ese era el Frankie que te imaginabas.
I don't know if maybe when you first arrived to the team, this was the Frankie de Jong that you imagined.
Que ha demostrado en el día de hoy.
And maybe you finally now got that hunger that you're seeing now from him.
Yeah, I spoke with Frankie, I think my first day when I arrived here. And he had a huge injury. And he came back from this injury and step by step, day by day, he's going better, working better. And now I think also you can see how good he is, how good he is for the team. And of course, this situation shows everything. It shows everything in the right moment. You know, he dribble and very fast, just like that. And in the right moment, he pass was excellent. Yeah, he made the right decision, and helps us a lot at this moment, and also for the match.
Alberto. Aquí, Hansi. Ayer en la previa nos decías que lo importante en estos 10 partidos que quedaban.
Yesterday in the preview, you said the important thing now is to take one game at a time.
Moralizando a los rivales por el título. Ayer ganaba el Madrid, hoy vuestra respuesta es este 4-1.
And now it's important to really, hurt your rivals. Yesterday Madrid won. Today you responded with this victory. Do you think that's important?
No, this is to show the strength. Today was very important, but. Madrid is a fantastic team. It's a fantastic team, and also Atletico, Athletic Bilbao, Villarreal, a lot of teams. I think Rayo Vallecano make a fantastic job this season. It's I'm very surprised a little bit from the quality, the highest quality of La Liga. It's really good, and also you can see today Girona is playing a fantastic football, and I love also this philosophy they showed. And yeah, for us it's important that we are looking to the next match. It's very important. It's always like that. Till the end of the season, we will fighting for everything what we can win. And yeah, this is our way up. What we want to do, and I see the team very focused about that. Also, not thinking too much to the dreams. No, you can dream, really, but it's important to work hard and stay focused. This is the most important thing.
Buenas tardes, Mr. Jordi Blanco de ESPN. Felicidades por la victoria. No sé si.
Congratulations on the victory.
Del Real Madrid con el Leganés.
I'm not sure if you saw the Real Madrid versus Leganés game.
Si le han explicado qué puede pasar en el clásico que jueguen el 11 de mayo aquí en el estadio de Montjuic.
And maybe you can imagine.
Y por las cosas que se están viendo en la Liga.
Maybe you can imagine what will happen in the Barça Madrid game on the 11th of May.
It's a long way to the clásico here. It's a long way, and we have to show our strength. They have to show their strength, and it's not easy. It's not easy in this league. You have to win 3 points. I think also today you saw it, and also yesterday you also could see it. So this league have sometimes big surprises, and this is good. I think it's good for La Liga, and it's good for everything. So.
Aquí, Hansi, ja Paret del Diari Esport. Jo volia preguntar-te per com ha sigut aquest procés amb Lewandowski. L'estem veient a un gran...
I wanted to ask you about the process with Lewandowski.
Estava una mica en dubte.
In the past, there was a bit of a doubt over him.
Vas arribar al Barça.
What was the process of when you arrived to Barça? Maybe if you spoke with him, and what you think has changed with Lewandowski.
Sobretot com ha sigut aquest procés?
Above all, what was the process like with you speaking with him to recover his best version this season?
Yeah, of course I spoke with him in the beginning of the season, and I want to know a lot of things from him, and we speak about his role, his situation, and also the process. It's for every player. It's very important that they have the confidence. They have the feeling that the coaches believe in them, and of course a striker number 9 like he is also like it. Normally everyone means like, oh, he's a superstar, he's a top striker, and you have the confidence. Normally you have to be there, believe in himself, everything. It's good, but the situation is like that every player needs the confidence. Every player, when he's in the situation, then you have to give him this feeling, and he's fit, he's top fit. It's 100%, and so he's now in age. I think also. I know that he wants to win the Pichichi, and I'm very happy that he scored today 2 goals. But like I always said, it's the important thing is the team. When we win and when we score goals, maybe it's the chances that he win the Pichichi. It's much more, okay. And this is also now what I can feel more, that he also think about the team, that he focus also on the team, to help the team. This is because the first question or the second question was like that. It's really, for me, it's all about the team. And at the moment, I have the feeling everyone is going on this way. And this is for me really great to see for us, for the coaches, that the players are like this, and helps us a lot. And of course, you can see it on the pitch. Today also Pablo Torre came in, and I think also some situation was fantastic. He showed how good he is with the ball, and this is really good, a good moment at the moment.
Carlos Monfort. ¿Qué tal? Aquí atrás, Carlos Monfort, en directo para el Luis de Gigantes. Justo ahora hablabas de la confianza, ponías el ejemplo de Pablo Torre. Te quería comentar.
Just now you spoke about confidence in players. You just mentioned Pablo Torre.
Es tener a todos los jugadores enchufados. Pablo Torre.
Maybe one of the best virtues Barca has right now is that it looks as though every player is completely on the same page.
Todo esto esté sucediendo. Muchas gracias.
No. For me, it's like, it's my job to do that everyone can show how good he is. This is the most important thing, and I have here the support of the club, the support of Deco. I'm really happy about that, because it's not normal like this situation I have, and I'm really appreciate this situation here, because it's fantastic. Okay, and today, so we also think about it. We have to, at the end, we have one more option. And also we thought maybe Lamine out and Ansu in. But we decided then for Petri. And I think Lamine can manage it a little bit better. The load he wants to give. And I think for Petri, he played a lot of minutes, and as a midfield player, it's also good that you have less minutes. But it's like that, and when I see that in the training everyone is there, everyone is focused, everyone wants to show how good he is and give everything for this team, for this club, then everything is possible. So we're waiting for the next match, and we'll see what happens.
Gracias, buena tarde.
Gracias.